And gentlemen, I'm Shannon Davis. Along my side is Rob Chirino, and here we are at the 2022 season opener for the Fredonia Hillbillies. Tonight, the Hillbillies will be facing the Akron Tigers, a familiar foe they faced in the first round of the playoffs last year. We'll talk a little bit more about that today. But we are witnessing the defending Class C South champions of 2021 and the Section 6 Class C runners-up, losing in the section finals last year against the Medina Mustangs. So Rob Chirino is filling in tonight for Greg Krause, who are here in Boston rooting for the Patriots. Don't tell anyone I said that.
I don't know about that.
You know Greg, you know he's an avid Bills fan, so I had to get that in. But Rob is filling in for me tonight, and I know Rob hasn't seen these guys play a lot or anything, but Rob, what do you think, man? Opening night, how's it make you feel? The chills, the excitement?
You know, it's been great. I've been able to watch a lot of the Fredonia High School practices this week with the youth football program, so it's great to see these guys all come together for a great night of football. The weather's beautiful. It's perfect. There's no wind right now. And I'm really excited to see this Fredonia returning to the field for tonight.
Yeah, and we'll talk more about the youth football program and some exciting changes in the entire Fredonia football team a little later in the broadcast. But let's recap last season here a little bit, Rob. Like I said, they're defending Class C South champions. They went 10-1, losing their first game in the section championship. And they'll face Akron, who's from the C North. Akron faced Fredonia in the quarterfinals of playoffs last year, and Fredonia really took it to them, 45-6 in Dunkirk, even though it was a home game. Yes, folks, we had to play our playoff games at home in Dunkirk last year. We won't go too far in that, but it's something to do with the field and conditions, just saying. But it was a close game at first. It was only 7-0 after the first quarter. But Fredonia then scored 14 in the second and really put the game out of reach with a strong third quarter, putting on 21 points for a final score of 45-6.
Yeah, it looks like Fredonia, again, from last year, exploded in the second half to come back and really put the gas down on Akron.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of typical of last year's team. And in that game, we do have a couple key players back from both sides. You have Ethan Fry back this year, but he's not. He was the leading receiver, first team All-League, first team Post-Gazette as a wide receiver. This year he's a starting quarterback, and he's looking to show off his skills there. And he's no slouch, guys. You'll see the arm that Ethan has. Back offensively also is Micah Davis, taking over as the starting running back for Matt Lauder. Huge season for Lauder last year, 1,100 yards. And, of course, Fry is replacing Nick Whitfield, who's playing Division I football. So two big shoes to fill by those players alone. And then you talk about the wide receiving crew. Rob, we had great wide receivers last year. You had Devon McCall, senior, Simon Davis, senior, Ethan Fry, the leading receiver, now playing quarterback, and Brandon Ronsky started. So really all four, who's not playing this year, all four of the receivers will be new. But, Rob, let me tell you, this starting receiver group is going to be good. Maybe as good or not better than last year, led by Jamison Quinn Jr. And we're going to pause here. It looks like we're getting ready for the national anthem, but we definitely pause for that. I'm not sure. So look for Jamison Quinn. You'll have
Micah Davis, of course.
No, but as receiver, Keegan Whitfield will be at receiver. You will have Sam Azrot, who had a great season at defensive end last year, is going to be a starting wide receiver. And we have a newcomer, and I'm ashamed of myself, his name, Jay Hawk, who came out his senior year and had an excellent summer of playing wide receiver for the Hillbillies, and he's got great height. He's a basketball player that really goes up and gets the ball. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do this year as well. So it looks like we are about getting ready for the national anthem, so we'll pause here for a second. It's going to be sung live by a couple Fredonia students, which is always great to have.
Good evening and welcome to the Orange Bowl for tonight's Class C non-league matchup between the Akron Tigers and your Fredonia Hillbillies.
Whoa, just lost that. Got it? Yep, I got it.
Please rise and remove your your hats for the singing of the national anthem by Ava Hartog and Miriam Labar.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Back at the Orange Bowl from the singing of the national anthem. We are almost ready for kickoff between the Fredonia Hillbillies
And Rob, I hope our listeners could hear that themselves, because what a beautiful job those two young ladies did singing the national anthem.
Yes, sir. Very well done.
I love it so much more when they just playing a tape record or something live. So now we're going to have the announcing of the starting lineup. So we'll pause so you guys can hear the starting from both sides.
Now get on your feet and get loud for your Fredonia Hillbillies.
their home black uniforms, black numbers with an orange outline and white letters on the nameplates, and black pants with orange and black stripes, and black helmets with the orange letter F emblazoned on each side.
So maybe they're not going to announce these starters tonight. So looks like they might be going right into the captains for the two teams. So we'll have to, as the broadcast is going on, we'll be able to talk more about Akron starters. But we mentioned quarterback, running back, receivers for Fredonia. So let's get into the offensive line, Rob. 3 out of the 5 starters return from last year on the offensive line, led by first-team All-Star Owen Rush, who started as a sophomore and made first-team All-Stars last year at guard. This year moved out to tackle. You have Matt Cash, who was second-team All-League last year, also at guard, moved out to the other tackle. And then you have the returning center, Simon Price, starting for his second year. He started as a sophomore as well. So that heart of that line is back, and we have 2 great young players stepping in. Ian Story is only a sophomore, is going to be starting on the line. He came up and played a little bit at the end of the year in D-line, did a great job in Dunkirk in the playoffs. And Tyler Cousdale will be starting at the other guard for Fredonia tonight. And as you can
and I'm really interested to see how this offensive unit does. You know, you got a couple veterans out there tonight, and the ones you explained or talked about, you know, Ian Story, I've seen him working out as well. So I'm really excited to see what this offensive unit can bring at the line of scrimmage today.
Yeah, if you talk to Coach Sherlock, or if you've heard Coach Sherlock talk about this team, the first thing he ever brings up is how strong of an offensive line they have. And if you're a football fan, you know anything about football, you'll understand how important that is. So captains for Akron out at middle field is number 4, Chris Bergman, number 5, Stephen Doctor, number 52, Andrew Warren, and number 75, Jack Pazderski, or Robbie probably out, Pazderski. And Fredonia's captains this year, quarterback Ethan Fry, running back Micah Davis, that's number 8 and 22. You have number 5, Jamison Quinn, and the returning captain from last year, number 58, Matt Cash.
He calls tails.
Okay.
White won the toss.
Let's see, so Akron looks like they won the toss, and our signal, they want to receive the ball first. So maybe that's, they want to come out and score first, or maybe it's a little respect for Fredonia's offense too, and not want to give them the ball first. But either way, Akron didn't defer the second half. They wanted the ball, so they want to come out here and make a statement. As we said, they lost 45-6 last year in that quarterfinal playoff game.
It's great to see Fredonia football back where it belongs. Everybody back in the Orange Bowl for tonight's contest. Lots of students here, lots of fans. If you guys can make your way down, feel free. There's lots of room still. Come on down to beautiful night for football down here.
Absolutely. This place is really filling up. When we first got here, it looked a little empty, and it's officially blackout night. So if you're coming late, make sure you have a black shirt on. You see especially a lot of the students wearing black, and the Fredonia football Hillies are wearing nothing but black. Black jerseys and black pants today on the traditional season opener blackout night for the Fredonia Hillbillies. So it looks like Calder Neer is going to be kicking off for Fredonia. Fredonia is lucky enough to have two great kickers. Two soccer players are also kicked for the football team. They did a phenomenal job last year, and Calder Neer handled a little bit more of the kickoff duties, and then Sal Tabone was almost automatic on the extra points last year in the season. And we might be introducing some field goals even this year, because Tabone has worked a lot on it this year, and he's can make it from a good 40 yards out. They'll be kicking from about the 30-yard line. He can make a field goal from there. So that's quite the weapon to have as well. There will be, so back for Akron is the captain, number 4, Chris Bergman, to return in. Is that number 3, Rob?
Looks like number 3, Donnie Crayer.
Two key players really back for Akron, and Calder Neer is going to kick off. And here we go, folks, the beginning of the 2022 season, beginning of the defense of the Class C South. And the fans are chanting Calder, and he boots it. It looks like it's going to go out of bounds, so that will be a penalty here, and they can choose a re-kick or I believe take the ball at the 40-yard line. So let's see where Akron takes it. If they decline or accept the penalty, re-kicks it, decline, I think they get it at the 40-yard line.
It was a pretty good kick. It unfortunately just kind of veered off to the left and ended up going around the 15-yard line.
Okay, so it'll be at the 35-yard line. Excuse me for that. So starting at quarterback is number 4, Chris Bergman. Behind him, let's see, running back behind him, is that 7? No, there is no 7.
It's like 17, Alex Wick.
17, okay. So behind him, they have twins to the, actually, they have a spread offense, very similar to Fredonia, twins to both sides. And here's the snap. It looks like the snap was a little late. Throwing deep, has a receiver open, and it is completed there. That's a great throw.
Yes, very
by
much
Bergman.
So.
Was that number 3, I believe, Donnie Crayer with the catch. And Crayer, I think, was the leading receiver coming back from Akron last year. Looks like the snap was a little late. Throwing deep, has a receiver. So here they go, right back to line of scrimmage, working quickly.
That's what you want to see in the early stages of this game here.
First down play, here's a keeper by Bergman running to the
Bergman breaks 2 tackles. He's going to get a nice about 6 yards on first down.
They're able to fake off that handoff pretty well on the upside and go around to the right-hand side.
Yeah, in the end out there, didn't contain. And so that was Alex Paluk's position last year. Graduated, had a great season, got hurt at the end, a bad ankle sprain. But that's a hole that's got to be filled there at end. He was second-team all-league only because he got hurt. And Sam Azarat's on the other end was first-team all-league. Trips to the left this time. Oh, big hit there. Let's see, who was the first back?
Azrod and...
I think it might have been Matt Cass from the linebacker spot being the first one to hit, and Azrat was also in on the tackle. Gain of about 2, be leading. It'll be right around 3rd and 2, probably 4-down territory if you're the Tigers here either way. But you got 3rd and short here, key 3rd down early in the first quarter, opening drive of this 2022 season.
Great drive by the defense, crashing to the left, breaking up that play.
High shot, and they're going to a quick passing game, and it is completed. Hit right away there by, let's see if I get a number on the tackle. That is number 6. Thank you. That is number 6 of Fredonia made the tackle. Sorry, we're learning.
Keegan Whitfield.
That's Keegan Whitfield out there, but not before a first down on a quick out by the quarterback of the Tigers. So right back in line of scrimmage, really working fast here are the Tigers. This time hands off the middle, and not much there.
Again, good job by the Fredonia secondary getting in there, making the stop on the gaps.
Yeah, Alex Wick on the carry, senior running back. Gain of about 1, 2nd and 9. So maybe, Rob, that'll be the start of this Hillbilly defense settling down here and getting a stop. And you're noticing Azarot's is working to the wide side a lot on this defense. Again, he's junior returning all-star defensive end. Here he drops a pass. Pressure comes right out the middle. He walls right, and he had a wide-open receiver. Looks like a blown coverage there, but the pressure saved him. Azarot and Matt Cash, who came in on the blitz, were all over Bergman there, and that caused that incomplete pass because there was a wide-open receiver.
Matt Cash definitely came right up through the line. He saw his
drops a
opening
pass.
there.
Pressure comes right out the middle. He walls right, and he had a wide-open receiver. So, yeah, we got Davy White out there limp a little bit, and as a first-year player, moved back into, was it Dunkirk student, moved out of the area, moved back to Fredonia last year, played basketball, but the juniors now playing football here in Fredonia, starting out linebacker. Once again, Bergman drops back the pass, has time, this time overthrows it a little bit. Intended receiver was number 3, Crayer, Micah Davis on the carry. Throw was a little high, or else he might have been able to clean. Now we have 4th and long. Football here in Fredonia starting, and expect the Hillbillies to bring some pressure here in long distance. They're not going to let Bergman sit back and have time. And you could see the pressure, how it's affected him a little bit. He made a couple nice passes early, and he had time. But when he gets a little pressure on him, he seems to be a little off.
It was great to see the secondary keep their coverage on those receivers on that last play. Able to break it up, force the 4th here.
So taking a little bit more time here on 4th down. Bergman drops back the pass. Azar's pressure over the middle, but he completes it. Tackled by number 7, Peyton Glavey, but not before he completes the pass to number 3, Donnie Crayer. Seems to be a favorite target of Bergman here early. So
wide open in the center, it made it impossible for him to get that pass right off.
Yeah, and Fredonia plays a lot of man-to-man coverage, which these guys are out on the island. He got motion for the first time to the right. Bergman drops back, looking to the right, throwing to the corner, and good coverage there this time, and the pass is going to fall incomplete.
Bergman throwing into double coverage against number 6 and 8.
That's Keegan Whitfield and Ethan Fry. Ethan Fry, we'll see again, he was great safety for Fredonia last year, but he is the starting quarterback this year, and so he'll be used in important times here. You'll see him coming out of games at safety as much as the coaches feel comfortable to do that. But he's out there right now. 2nd down and 10. Ball is just inside the 20, about the 18-yard line. Run play here to Wick, and he's met immediately by Owen Rush. It's going to bring a 3rd and long now.
Fredonia defensive line right in on that stop. Looking very good.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I got the lineman number yet. No, sorry, that was 72, Simon Price, who didn't see much time on defense last year, being a sophomore and starting at center and that responsibility. But look for him and Owen Rush and others at that defensive tackle spot really making a difference for this Fredonia defense. Now they got 2 downs to stop the Tigers from getting 10 yards to get the ball back here for their first possession. Bergman just hear the coach yell, 10 seconds on the play clock. Calls for the ball, drop back, another quick pass, throws it deep. Great coverage there. It looks like 7, right? Peyton Glavey on the coverage there. And, Rob, I think your experience a little bit too. These black jerseys numbers are ridiculously hard to read.
But Ethan Fry, great backup on that play.
Great coverage there.
He's able to keep that coverage going as well.
Yeah, it looks like Glavey's almost out at corner right now, which is he's more of usually an outside linebacker, but right now he's playing some corner. Davy White came off limping, so that might have been a result of bumping Glavey out to corner. 4th down here. The pass is thrown and incomplete. That was jumped by number 6, Keegan Whitfield, breaking that up, and it will be a turnover on downs.
Great job by the Fredonia defense, sticking it out all the way to the end with their backs against the end zone right there.
Yeah, so it was a rough start. They gave up some quick passes. Tigers and their quarterback, led by Bergman, had a nice drive going. But that first down incomplete pass really hurt them once they got in the red zone. And now Fredonia will start their first possession of the year deep in their own territory, about the 18-yard line. And I'm going to be willing to bet a lot of money here Micah Davis is going to get the carry in the first handoff. The coaches talked about they want to get these young receivers settled in the game a little bit and try to establish the run early. Let's see if they're lying to me or not. But they also typically count the box, too, to see – to actually call the plays right at the line of scrimmage. But Fry is taking his first snap as a starting varsity quarterback, and Micah Davis at running back. And there it is to Micah Davis. There's a nice hole out the middle, dives forward for a gain of about, let's see, he's out to the 24. So
it's about a gain of about 5.
Yeah, gain of about 5. So it's a nice hole on the right side there.
You almost could drive a Mack truck through that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very good job by the offensive line.
You got the receivers in a stacked formation, 2 on each side now. Oh, high snap through Fry's hand. He's going to have to fall on it way back at about the 11-yard line. That was high. It might have been catchable, but I think he was trying to get it and hand it off before he caught it. It wasn't a great snap, and Fry, I think, took his eye off it a little bit too soon, but that cost the Hillbillies about 10 yards, and now it's going to be 3rd and long from their own 14.
Fredonia needs to settle down right here, especially on this 3rd snap of the game.
So empty backfield, trips left, twins right. Fry drops back pass, throwing it deep, steps up the middle, and it's almost through the hands of Keegan Whitfield. It would have been a tough catch, and then it was almost picked off the deflection. So left, not a bad throw. It would have been a pretty tough catch by Whitfield. So that'll bring on the punt team, and Owen Rush, who is the hillbilly version of the punt god. Has a very strong leg, and hopefully the Hillbillies here are hoping they get a kickoff or a good punt here to flip field position a little bit, because they're definitely kicking. He's staying in his own end zone right now. Late substitute, Simon Price coming on late here. Fry snapping to Rush. Good snap and a pretty good punt. Backpedaling, returner all the way up to midfield. Breaks one tackle, is going to be tackled by 22, Micah Davis. That's number 4. Bergman back to return the punt. So you can tell it's small Class C football, and you got your quarterback playing defense and returning punts on both sides and so on.
Yep, very much so. Great punt, though. I mean, it got it to the 50-yard line, and a good stop by the Fredonia special teams there.
So this is similar to the way the playoff game. So Fredonia actually fumbled in the first play of the playoff last year, which was not characteristic of the Hillbillies. And they've, as the score tells, they settled in. But let's see if that changes this year. And a handoff to Wick, and he's going to get about 3 yards or so here on first down, maybe only 2. That was Wick on the carry. So 2nd down and 8. Defensive line, Ian Story is in along with Owen Rush, 79 and 70. They will sub and keep switching those guys to keep them fresh throughout the game, which is smart. You want your line as fresh as possible going that 4th quarter. Another run play here by Wick. Nothing there this time. You have Azrot there first, Ian Story there to help finish him off. Let's see, depending on the spot, he's a loss of a half a yard on the play. So bring a 3rd and long. And if they don't gain any yards here, it'll be interesting to see what they do on 4th down, if they go forward or try to pin them deep. Hopefully we find that out on this after an incomplete pass here on 3rd down.
It's great to see the resilience of the Fredonia defensive line. You know, a couple starters coming back this year. They look like they're really ready to play, and hopefully we can keep Akron back a little bit.
Right back to the same formation. You're going to see this, looks like Davis is sneaking up here, coming in on the blitz. False start here by the receiver, and there was definitely a blitz coming. So that'll push them back another 5 yards. They'll be back into Tiger territory now, 3rd and long at about the Tiger 49-yard line. So now if they don't gain anything, you're almost guaranteeing they're probably going to punt on this play if they don't get at least close to a 1st down. Let's see what the defensive coordinator, Jordan Sherlock, dials up here. You had blitz coming on 3rd and about 9. Now it's 3rd and 13. Let's see if he's going to drop back or bring the pressure again. Looks like a Bergman keeper. Containment was lost. Cuts in. Nice run there. Running over Fry. Yeah, he's short of the 1st down, but now it's going to be an interesting decision. I mean, again, there's that end spot out there, not keeping containment, opening that up. And nice run by Bergman. He put his shoulder down at the end.
And 4th down at the about, what is it, the 38-yard line.
39, yep.
39. It's a tough decision to hear. If you're Akron, do you go for it or do you?
No, they're going for it here. High school
here.
football, yeah. 39-yard line. If you punt kick the end zone, you're only gaining 19 yards. You need 2-3 yards. You're going to win this game for the Tigers. These are downs you have to pick up and get a 1st down.
Let's see if Fredonia's defense can stick it here on 4th down.
Looks like they're expecting run. A lot of guys right in the box. The slot receivers are in tight. And this is going to be a pass. And here comes all-out pressure. Bergen throws it up.
All right.
And, you know, very smart play there by Jamison Quinn. I really think he could have intercepted that. But he knows the field position is going to be better on 4th down.
And it's definitely a lot better on 4th down there. You can see when they brought the rush, they put the pressure on the QB.
And it's going to be a pass, and here comes all-out pressure.
I had no other choice but to kind of air it out, throwing off his back foot almost incorrectly.
Yeah, you're hoping in that case for a pass interference. You're hoping, even if they intercept a quick tackle, it's like a punt, but no chance for Bergman there.
Good field position for Fredonia to start right now. Hopefully we can get some points on the board here with 4:47 left in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, Fredonia's offense needs to give the defense a break, settle in, get us some 1st downs here, and put a crooked number up on the scoreboard. Fry back in a quarterback. Davis behind him. Davis gets the carry, cuts it up, breaks a tackle, still running, and nice job there by Davis finding the hole and good gain on 1st down.
Davis planting his left foot, bringing it around the corner. You can definitely tell he's been working this summer.
Davis with an 8-yard.
Yeah, I'll give a lot of credit to Chad Mason, the strength and conditioning coach for this team. He's done a great job getting these guys in the weight room as an entire team. Looks like a lineman came off. Story came off. Juan Mendez went in for him. Let's keep an eye on this. And Fry keeps it on this one. Good choice. Big hole. Breaks a tackle. Still on his feet. And he's going to be tackled right around the 26-yard line of the Tigers for the first down of the Hillbillies this season. And this
great run by Fry right there. You know, cutting in, getting a little risky on the end, but he was able to keep it a tough kid playing both sides of the ball.
And he's going to be tackled right around.
So it can't be scary to him at any means.
Yeah, that's that option play there. You know, he puts it in Davis's gut, and he's reading the end crash. He pulled it out. It always scares you. The two are going to be on the same level, not grabbing and causing a fumble, but well executed there. Oh, official. Let's see, and you never want a pre-snap flag if you're an offense. It's going to be a false start. The fish, I didn't see it, Rob, but it came from the far side of the field over there, so hopefully it's not a receiver, because that's the last thing you want to do as a wide receiver is get a false start.
Yeah, trying to see the replay here, but I couldn't tell on the far side of the field as well. Definitely wasn't on this side of the field.
So it'll be 1st and 15 still. Davis is to Fry's right. Only one attempted pass so far. And they're going to the air this time. Quick pass out to, I think it's Keegan Whitfield on the catch. It's having a hard time to tell there's between 5 and 6. They look so similar.
It is tough with the black today.
So it's the first completion of the season. Let's see if he got. Looks like about 6 yards on the play. Going to the air this time.
Here,
quick pass
Fry
out
passes
to
out.
I think it's Keegan Whitfield on the catch.
Met by about 3 of the Akron line.
So 2nd and 9. Handoff to Davis. Not much there. He just had to take and maybe gets a yard. He's met by 3 Tigers.
Third down coming up here as the tackle was made by Jack Pazdursky for Akron. So this Akron defense,
So maybe a gain of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 8. Definitely 2-down territory here, or close to field goal position if they gain a couple yards. So they'll have some options with that. Fry drops back, quick pass out to Quinn, but I don't know if that was deflected or it was just short. But that had nowhere near Quinn. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Short pass intended to Quinn. Ball falls.
Territory here, or close to field goal position if they gain a couple yards. So they'll have some
one of the
options
Akron guys got in on that.
with that. Fry drops
with the
back,
snap.
quick pass out to
Yeah,
Quinn,
it was
but I don't know if that
deflected.
was nice job by the end there. That let's get a number. That was a big play. Looks like maybe 14 of the Tigers. Zach Borton. 4th and 8 now. Fry drops back for a pass. He's got to step up. He throws it open in the end zone. It's caught. I think it's going to be at the 1. That's Sam Ezra. Great job pulling up just in time by Ethan Fry because he was dangerously close to that line of scrimmage. But that's a nice heads-up, unselfish play. And here we see it. And he is very close. Yeah, he's just like a yard, half a yard short. And, it looked like he was going to go. But now we have 1st and goal, ball at the 1. And that was a good call by the official. Ezra had to come back and get that ball. Did a nice job just worrying about catching it, not getting the end zone or anything like that.
Great job by Fry, seeing where the line of scrimmage was, definitely getting that ball released in time.
Yeah, and that's Sam Ezra's first varsity catch, and it was a big one, setting up 1st and goal. Davis to Fry's left. High snap was going to be a QB sneak, but it's going to be another.
I see a flag out on the field.
Yeah, so you got to imagine false start over here. And again, on 1st and goal from the 1. And penalties here. No, offsides on the.
Right.
Okay, so they must have been lined up offsides. I didn't see anyone jump. So I apologize, Hillbillies. I was about to criticize you for undisciplined play there, but now it's about there's no such thing, but it's about a half a yard at most for the touchdown here.
So the big question is Fry going to try to sweep it to the outside, bring it in, and try to suck in some of the defense right now? He's really mobile on his feet
I would
today.
expect on 1st and goal, they're going to try to go right up the middle, right behind that strong line. And they give it to Davis. He spins, but can he get in on the 2nd effort? And no signal by the official.
Oh, 4th and inches, or inches to go.
Wow. I thought in that 2nd effort he might have spun in, but he got hit in the backfield, so it was deceiving. So nothing there. Good job by that Tiger defensive line there. Hitting them in the backfield. And you're hitting the backfield, that's a good way to stop a forward run, without a doubt. So Davis is back to Fry's right. So when that happens, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Fry run this time instead of Davis, and it is. And Fry finds a hole right up the middle, goes in, standing up for the Fredonia touchdown.
Great job by the Fredonia offense right there, marching it right down the field. Pushing the Tigers right back to the end zone.
I would be surprised if it's a Fry run this time.
That's
big by the Hillbillies. They didn't have a great start to this game. Tigers came out looking pretty good offensively. Had a stop. They went 3 and out with penalties. Had a punt away. Got another key defensive stop on a 4th down. And then they go back and score in 6 plays. On to kick the extra point is Sal Tabone. Holding is Fry. And I believe Simon Price has taken over the snapping duties on the extra point. Good. Oh, snap is on the ground. Fry has to pick it up. He's still running loose. But he's going to be stopped short. Fry did everything in his power to find that end zone. But that is a change this year. Nick Whitfield, of all people, Division I quarterback, was almost a Division I snapper. He was that good last year on punts and extra points.
Great second series for Fredonia, turning it around with 6 points on the board, 1:23 left in the first quarter.
And as a coach, that's the last thing you want to have happen after you score a touchdown. You almost lose some momentum when you don't get that extra, even get the kick off.
Right. Again, I think for this next series, Fredonia's defense got to keep staying very hot, keeping an eye on the secondaries back there. Defensive line, if they can keep crashing off to the sides like they have been, they should be able to keep the pressure on the QB from Akron. And they bring the blitzes right up the middle. I think it would be a long day for number 4, Chris Bergman from Akron.
Yeah, and let's keep an eye on the players tonight, too. Rob, your kids played earlier today. It's sticky. We're sweating our butts off in here.
It's very humid out tonight,
And
yes.
it's the first game of the season. So you get so hyped up early, both teams, and the crowd, the energy. You're good. They're going to hit a fatigue wall by the year. So the coaches are going to have to give these players breaks just for conditioning and heat. And you can see it. It's still 1:23 left in the first quarter. And there's a lot of tired-looking faces out there.
They're sweating.
You preach to them about hydration. And for your young football players, hydration starts yesterday morning, not, really beginning of the season. You can't drink during the game to get hydrated. You have to be hydrated before you get here, and then you try to maintain it. You got to drink a lot of water. I was preaching to Micah the last 2 days big time, which I always do, but drink water. It annoys the crap out of them like it does most kids, but it's critical this time of year especially. It looks like Sal Tabone is on the kickoff this time for the Hillbillies. That is Sal Tabone. Let's see if any of the strategy changes here. If they're going to go deep, if they're going to go a directional kick. And they try to go deep here. Nice high kick to right around the 11-yard line. Problem with that is you give the Tigers a chance to return, and they got a good return down the sideline.
Number 3, Donnie Crair.
Really showed off some speed there. Let's see. I'm trying to catch a number for the tackle. I think that's number 10 that made the tackle for the Hillbillies. That is you give the Tigers a chance to return, number 10, and they got a good return down the sideline. Tackle as a varsity football player. But everybody's talking, why does Fredonia not kick it off deep? Why do they do squib kicks and directional kicks? Well, that's why. There might have been a flag on the play, or he stepped out of bounds sooner than we thought. Good field position either way, but that's the danger of kicking it to the other team's best athletes.
Absolutely. They'll be able to get those wheels lit up, get down the field, especially if they run down the sidelines. They can just take right off.
Yeah, and Fredonia did that early on. They had 3 kickoff returns for touchdowns for them last year, and that really changed team strategies after that. Simon Davis had 2, and his brother Micah Davis had 1. And after that, you didn't see a lot of balls kicked deep against the Hillbillies. So here we are, right back, same formation. Bergman's back in shotgun. Hand off to Wick. Nice cut there. It's going to be a nice run and first down, and he might be gone. He's got one man to outrun. That's Ethan Fry, and he stripped the ball. Let's see what they call. Is that going to be a safety, or is that going to be a touchback? Yes, it's going to be a touchback going the other way. What an awesome effort by Ethan Fry there, Rob. And he might be gone.
QB caught right up to him, stripped the ball. Right
and
there.
He watched the big right arm coming in, and he was trying to do that.
Safety, or is that
wow.
And what a run by Wick, but what a better effort by Ethan Fry.
Ethan Fry was not letting him get away. Last second save. It's going to be a touchback for Fredonia here, going right to the 20-yard line.
And that is just devastating for the Tigers. Worst case scenario, they should have first and goal, if not a touchdown there. Now they don't even have the ball, and Fredonia's come back the other way. But, guys, Ethan Fry just had a long run, and then he had a long run tying that down. So look for Fredonia to let Fry catch his breath here and try to get the run game going. And if I'm the Tigers, I'm keen on the run game right now because you know how he's huffing and puffing. Absolutely.
It's hot out today. There's 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the first quarter. Fredonia up 6-0. Looking really good right now. Let's see what the offense brings.
Yeah, and Davis is lining up behind Fry, and typically that's a little bit more of a run formation. And no, they come out passing right away. High throw there. incomplete, intended for, I believe that's Jay Hawk. You can see the length of Hawk, and he got up pretty good to try to catch that pass, but it was even out of Jay Hawk's reach. Second down and 10, 58 seconds left in the first quarter.
No,
so
a
lot of action here so far.
right away.
Again, he had
High
quite a
throw
amount of time
there.
to throw the ball. Not a lot of pressure coming in from the secondaries on the defense there.
No, they're really stacking their body. Even look at the outside linebackers with slot receivers wide. They are playing a close to run. Handoff to Davis here, and there's just no, still on his feet, but there's no one there. Going to be a real short gain. Good job by Davis keeping his feet moving, but no chance. This defensive line's doing a great job controlling the run so far. Gain of 2, it'll be 3rd and 8 now. So you got to get this first down, or you're going to have to punt it away. And so far, so good, Tigers. They could have easily pouted after that fumble, but they're out here playing good, hard defense right now, looking for a big stop.
Shotgun formation, 3 receivers left, 2 right. Fry waits for the snap, kicks. He's back to throw, stepping up. That's time.
Fry, time's going to keep it. And he's not going to be able to break that tackle. Gain of about 2. And it'll be 4th and around 5 now. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. And I have to start the second quarter. Probably going to see the punt team for the Hillbillies.
You know, if you look at the stats from 2021, you know, when they met Akron last year, it was only 7-0 in the first quarter. So here we are in the second quarter here. An opportunity for Fredonia to come back and shine. Last year they were beating Akron in the second. They scored, 14? They were up 14-0 in the second quarter. So, this could be a sign of where we're going to go next.
Yeah, they were up. It was 7-0 after the first quarter, like you just said. Now it's 6-0. And it was a tight game in that first quarter last year too in the playoffs. Fredonia was able to pull away, putting up 14 more points in the second quarter and 21 more in the third quarter to seal the deal. But the Tigers look like they're out for a little bit of revenge tonight. They remember that game more than anyone. Fredonia went on and had a big win against Southwestern to make the stadium, and they played the stadium. So this game doesn't set nearly as big in Fredonia's mind it does Tigers, because they got embarrassed on the road in the playoffs last year.
Right, there's a lot of chance for redemption today for the Akron Tigers, especially in Fredonia's turf, in the Orange Bowl, kickoff of the season. But Fredonia can bring it back here. It's only the second quarter. Lots of football left to play. We're seeing a lot of great moves by Ethan Fry.
Yeah,
again,
absolutely.
First year being quarterback. He's looking very good, poised, and he's playing both sides of the ball as well.
Yeah, he's done a great job running the ball. Been a little inaccurate. Throws have been a little high. And, of course, he had one deflected, so that's not really his fault. Nice play by defensive end. But he's out here to play, and that effort kept the lead for him alone, because that was going to be a touchdown if he didn't do that strip tackle right before Wick crossed the end zone, or the goal line, I should say. So the punt team is on here. Owen Rush is back deep. The ball's spotted on the 25. So that's number 4, Bergman, back again all by himself for the punt return. So let's see if they try a directional kick or just try to boot it over his head here, because there's a lot of room towards that Tiger sideline if Owen directs it that way. And it makes it very difficult to run over and catch that ball with one returner. And now we have a timeout in the Tigers. So you can tell that's a direct example of first game of the year. After, right, on a punt return, you don't have enough guys out there.
Something's missing.
Yeah, after the end of the first quarter break, too. It wasn't like it was rushed or anything. But you're going to see that earlier, actually, on, was it the punt? It might have been our first punt. Simon Price came running on late.
Last second, Simon, it's the first game. Got to remember your assignments on special teams.
Where you're supposed to be, without a doubt. So you're going to have that. Hopefully you get it cleaned up before. And this, even though this is 2 Class C teams, we didn't mention it earlier round, but this is technically a non-league game. Akron is in the C North, and Fredonia is in the C South. So this really won't affect division standings at all, but you never want to start out the season with a loss. And we saw Fredonia last year play the Olean in a real tight game and barely came out with a win. And Fredonia really was the better team, but they just struggled. They were able to win. It was a 14-13 game, but they didn't look sharp in the first game either, and they haven't looked super sharp so far here in the first quarter. Snap to Rush. Plenty of time. Oh, that is a booming kick. Lands and a nice roll here. Pick it up, hand it to the official. That's the right move. If you're a young punt returner and the punt team just touches the ball and walk away, you can run it still with no risk of fumbling. So that's a good job there by Peyton Glavey, picking it up and handing it to the official.
Tell you the punt god was here tonight.
Yes,
that's
it
for
was.
sure.
Oh, man, that was a beautiful punt, and what a weapon that is. It really flips field position and pins the Tigers back deep into their own end zone. And there was no chance to return because they had one guy back, which we talked about prior to the punt.
It was about a 60-yard punt with a good roll towards the end zone.
It's a net 60-yard punt, too. That's the beauty of it.
Traveled about 50 yards in the air. Net, it was probably about 35, but in the air, it was about a solid 50 yards.
So here we go. Still 6-0, beginning of the second quarter. Bergman's back with Wick to his left. Two receivers on each side. Oh, Wick now just switched to the right. And you see the defensive adjustments for Fredonia. Fake to Wick, and he is hit. Oh, no, it was an option play. That's a great job by Sam Azrod staying with his man. I didn't even see the pitch, to be honest with you. That was a nice fake, but Azrod was very disciplined and tackled 4.
Watch the defensive line make their adjustment here at the last second.
Fredonia. Actually, that Bergman kept that the
he
whole
kept
time.
that.
Oh, no, it was an option play. That's a
great stop by the defense right there.
Yeah, it starts up the middle because there's nothing up the middle, so Bergman decided to keep it and try to go outside, but Sammy Azrod was there waiting for him. Loss of 3 on the play. Second long deep in Tiger territory. Bergman drops back to pass. Here comes pressure again, but he gets to the outside. He's got a man wide open, can't hit him. The safety came up there. That could have, if that's completed, that's a touchdown. There's no doubt in my mind. Number 1, Kyle Swift was wide open behind the safety there, Fry. Who thought he could cut that angle off and was nowhere near. As you can see, he's way behind him, but just out of the reach of Swift. A break there for the Hillbillies. And then you're going to look for more pressure here. They're not going to want to give Bergman any chance, but they got to keep containment. That end out there, can't let him roll out. You got to do a disciplined rush if you're coming from the outside.
When you have that accuracy when throwing on the run across the body.
And there he gets it. We just talked about they motioned away from that, bringing Micah Davis away, and the right end sucked in and left all that room for Bergman. Great play call because that's man defense. And if we see that on replay, watch the motion. You see the outside linebacker, Micah Davis, and look at the end, get sucked in. He doesn't have the speed to recover.
From that, too late. He was well beyond the secondary there.
Young defensive ends, see that. You got to maintain containment. Don't be selfish. Don't get sucked in. Stay disciplined. Big run play by Bergman there for a big first down if you're a Tiger fan.
Fry in the back at safety.
Trips
they're going to try to get it over to him.
Handoff out the middle of Wick, and he's hit right away by Sam Azrod. We'll see, and Sam Azrod crashing in there. Maybe, let's see where they spot it. If anything, he got a yard, but it's a nice play there by that end.
Second down and 9.
We'll call it 2nd and 10 from the 37.
Again, that big Fredonia defensive line, keep crashing in the middle like that. It's making it tough for Akron to run the ball up the middle.
So we do have a change, and I can't see who was put out there on the right side. It was Juan Mendez, and now he's off. I can't tell who that is, but there is coaches make a change there. Pass here, nice play there by Keegan Woodfield. Another second pass breakup, maybe in the third by Keegan Woodfield tonight. Side, it was Juan Mendez, and now he's off. I can't tell who that is.
Keegan Woodfield right now, a little bit of a ball hawk,
make a change there.
On where it's trying to
go.
Nice
play he read that perfectly. Quarterback played it to throw, and he jumped it and knocked it away. Great play. 3rd and long now. 3rd and long 9. Trips to the right. Similar formation when Bergman kept it. Let's see what they do this time. Low snap, pressure's coming. Bergman has to force a throw, and that's broken up at the last second by, I believe that's Jamison Quinn this time. Formation and, you know, the pressure made that happen because the receiver, number 5, Jamison Quinn, the receiver had a step on Quinn, but Bergman couldn't plant and throw. It's off the back foot, gives him just enough time to recover, and that'll bring on the punt team for the Tigers for the first time, I believe, today. Back to return is number 5, Jamison Quinn, number 22, Mike Davis, 57, it looks like. Well, I don't see a 57, so I must be wrong. But someone in the 50s is on the punt for the Tigers. So 2 linemen punting tonight. High, short punt. Probably should be a fair catch, but Quinn does not do it. He can't get away. Oh, he does get away. He's got a lot of room to this left side. Can he turn the corner? What a punt return there by Jamison Quinn. Oh, we got a late flag. It might be a face mask at the end. Should be a fair catch. It's going to be brought into about the 24. And man, there's a flag way back here by the 42. So we may even have offsetting penalties. Let's see here what the officials. I didn't see the first one.
Yeah, it looks like the second penalty at the end of the play looked like a face mask.
Yeah, I think that's correct. And, you know, it's not uncommon open field when you got returner going one way, coming back the other to get like a block in the back. We'll have to see. The officials are standing right around the 30-yard line discussing.
That was a risky catch right there.
Yeah.
I probably would have called fair catch just to be safe. But again, if it works out in Fredonia's favor, great play.
Otherwise, a great return by Quinn.
Great return, yes. He was able to shave off those blockers, shave off those tacklers, and come back. But let's see what the officials have to say as they meet right around the 30-yard line.
So quick shout out, if I got any Fredonia alumni out there watching the game, I just got a text from Simon Davis saying he's watching his brother play. Lauder, Whitfield, others, are you guys out there rooting your old team on tonight? Let me know and we'll give a shout out to you.
I got to ask, is it tough for his brother to be on this football field without his brother?
You know, when Simon first left, of course, this summer they spent a lot of time apart because they were going off doing this direction, working, everything else. But Micah said, Dad, it's really going to hit me when Simon's not at the first practice.
Yes.
Because those two, they're 15 months apart. So they've played 3 sports together their entire life. Especially Micah really has never really been on the field all that much without his big brother there. So it does make a big difference for sure. And we're still waiting to hear from the officials. They're over talking to Coach Sherlock right now, so usually that means it's not going the way Fredonia wants it to go.
They're also talking to the Akron coach.
Letting him explain. You're right. I didn't see that he was out on the field amongst his players there.
And the refs haven't picked up their flags, so we're still trying to figure this out.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be offsetting maybe with 2 penalties and replay of the down. I'm not sure how they're going to call this. And then if you add in, if that's a personal foul face mask, would that offset like a block in the back or something too? I don't know for sure. I don't think so, but. And the ball is they're running back with the ball towards back where the first flag is. So again, I don't think this is going.
Okay, he's waving off the.
Okay, so he waved off the second flag round?
Yep, it looked like they waved it off.
Okay.
But they are taking Fredonia back.
Okay, so maybe it was questioning whether it would be like a horse collar tackle or something too, because sometimes it's not automatic just because you grab the back of the.
Was it the line judge that threw the first flag?
I didn't see the first flag until after the play was over, but that's exactly what it was. A spot foul block in the back is what got Fredonia. So Quinn's return is going to be negated, and the Hillbillies still have the ball though at their own 27-yard line, and it will be first down and 10. They just don't have it at the other 27-yard. The Tigers
would have been nicer over there. I would have been happier over there.
Definitely.
Took a long time for the refs to figure that one out.
It really did. You know, Coach Sherlock, you didn't see too much animation over there, but you know he doesn't like it. So here we go. Let's see if this offense can get in the groove here, establish that run, open up the pass, and march down the field and go up by 2 scores here. And it's going to be a quick throw out to Whitfield. It is completed. And Whitfield's going to be pushed out of bounds by number 5. That's Steven Doctor. Good play on first down. Good throw. Good catch. Gain of about, let's see it based on the spot. Gain of 9. 2nd and 1. There's a lot of options at 2nd and 1. You could take a shot here and still have it 3rd and 1, or you can just get the first down and keep marching down the field. And that's the advantage of a play caller. Officials timeout here.
They're going to spot check the spot of the ball.
No, I think they might call for a measurement.
Now, if it comes back and it's still 2nd down, I would take the ball, go right up the middle, especially if Davis is running hard today. Again, we'll see what happens here when they measure out.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely right. And I see what you're saying, and you're probably right, because it hasn't been a game filled with momentum for Fredonia. They haven't looked as established and have that march down the field drive and gain control of this game. So, get some first downs and tire this Tiger defense. Let's see. It's going to be close, just short of the first down. So it'll be 2nd and 1 technically, but it's not even a full yard. So that's a great play on first down. Quick pass, not a lot of risk. And while we're Chain's going back, I do want to give a quick shout out, and shame me not doing this already. But Jackson Hickey's here, and he's running the show. Chip is off on vacation. Thanks for leaving us, Chip. Not just kidding. But Jackson's doing a great job, as he always does. And we got Andrew Hunt working the camera. Unfortunately, I have one camera working because of that. But, guys, we do have some things coming in the future. I don't want to give it away, but we got some new technology coming, and we're going to improve this broadcast even more this season. So we'll be 2nd and 1. Again, a lot of options like we talked about. Looks like they're short a corner out there with Tigers, doesn't it? Okay, there's a – but look at these outside linebackers. They're really playing way in, and I think that's
very in.
They're pinched. They got 8 guys in the box.
Some of them running a 4-4 here.
Yeah, it's a 4-4, and again, that right there is not guardable. We just saw it. Oh, this time it's to Quinn over the – because the outside linebacker is so far inside, he cannot defend that out pass.
Well, they were thinking probably the same thing I was suggesting. Run it up the middle.
I think that's but they have been like that, and they're taking the run away because you got 8 guys in the box. You don't have 8 guys to block. But look, you can see 4, that's Bergman, who's a very quick player. We've seen him run the ball. Of course, he can't get there. So that's definitely a hole in this defense to see if they continue to go after it.
Now they're definitely back into
Trips,
two linebackers.
Trips left set. Here. A little bubble pass out to
flag on the play.
There's going to be a holding here on is completed to Quinn, but they're going to call holding on Whitfield. That's going to bring back that game.
2 flags on the play.
I think the holding was that obvious that 2 officials saw it because they both came and went right at Whitfield. A little bubble and if there was a weakness last year on this team, there's going to be a holding was penalties. Undisciplined play. They were their own worst enemy a lot throughout the season, and it's happening early here. You can't beat yourself.
So far, I believe Fredonia has only had about 2 penalties called on them, if I'm not mistaken, at this point.
A false start, blocking the back, holding.
So they've had 4.
At least 3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking at about 20 to 25 yards worth of penalties.
Well, and then if you think about that punt, that cost almost
another
50 yards,
so, So we'll say 5 penalties right now, adding up in the first half.
And the holding penalty is a spot foul, so it's not quite a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be a 9-yard penalty because Whitfield was a yard past the line of scrimmage when he committed the hold. So it's going to be first down and 19. And again, those are hard downs to overcome like that. First and 19, basically have to get 2 first downs and 3 plays here.
9:01 left in the second quarter. 6-0 Fredonia. Let's see what Fredonia brings.
Handoff to Davis, and again, nothing there. He's hit by 2 Tiger defenders in the backfield. 79 blew back a very good offensive lineman, Owen Rush. Just no room to run. It actually might have been a loss of a yard on that play.
Yeah, they're moving the stick back a little bit there.
So there is just nothing available there right now. And so look at this Tiger defensive line I got to give a lot of credit to. So 2nd and about 20 now.
time.
Fry has lots of time. Looks. Ooh. That's a nice job by Quinn. That was a rocket, and it was high and behind him. So it's real nice hands there to catch that in traffic. Gain of about 10 on the play. So real big catch by Jamison Quinn there.
Back to the original line of scrimmage.
So 3rd and 10 now. And Quinn looks like he's a little shook up after that. That in traffic. We're going to have empty backfield. Trips right. Twins left. Fry is all alone here. A lot of times you see defensive bring pressure, but they're only bringing 4. And great coverage there. You know, number 3 was all over Jay Hawk. Tried to make an adjustment to come up with it, but that would have been another really tough catch. And Fry had all the time in the world, but nowhere to go. And that'll bring on the punt team. So 2 big penalties spoiled this drive, and there's the coverage there all over them.
Quinn was looking for the flag at the end of that play, or Fry was looking for the flag at the end of that play, and that was well covered.
Yeah, no, that's a good no call by the officials. And here we are, 1 short on the punt team once again. So both sides having a little trouble getting subs on for special teams. The 2 men back this time. We noticed they had 1 before, and now they want to stop that big punt by Rush. High, towering punt. Fair catch is called. Ball is loose. But 3 is able to get it, and I'm going to criticize Micah Davis. He saw the fair catch and kind of stopped playing because he can't return. If he was ready for that he might have been able to jump on it. Good job getting down the field to force that fair catch, but if he's paying attention, look here, he sees the fair catch. He wants to get away, I understand, and he just went a little too far away, and he couldn't get on the ball.
It's always tough on the fair catch because you know you want to keep going and you want to pursue, but that you don't want to get that penalty.
Absolutely.
For hitting the receiver by any means.
2, that's another great punt by Owen Rush, pinning the Tigers back inside their own 20. They're not doing ball on the scoreboard here.
Could be a walk-on for the Bills.
To help us out. Fake hand of Bergman keeps it. He's going to the outside again. He's getting that edge and that end spot. That's Alex Paluk's spot. Oh, he fumbles the ball. His ball's still loose.
Still going.
Oh, there's a little flag here, little extracurricular pushing. Yeah, I still haven't seen a signal. It looks like it's going to be Tiger ball, but let's see.
Oh, he fumbles the ball. His ball's still loose. Not seeing anything. There was a late flag.
Yeah, there was pushing, and both sides are pushing, but you know how that goes. Sometimes the second guy gets caught, but again, that right defensive end of Fredonia is just killing this defense right now, and they're going to have to figure this out, or Bergman's going to have a huge game running the ball. And there comes another sub. You got Juan Mendez coming back in the game.
Calling that against Fredonia.
So another undisciplined, selfish penalty there. Ooh, the guy pushed me, so I'm going to get a 15-yard penalty to hurt my team. Just uncalled for.
Still plenty of time left in the first half here, second quarter, 7:04 left. And now this gives Akron some really good field position.
Yeah, they had
to start off.
They have them pinned back. You know, they have a breakdown on defense, and they can't make the play, and then they give up another 15 yards because they think they have to push somebody. It's just no place for that out there. So Tigers looking here to tie and possibly take the lead with a extra point. First down, ball in Hillbilly territory. Let's see if this defense can hold once again. Bergman drops back to pass, gets hit as he's thrown. Good coverage, better catch. Oh, ball's loose again. I think Tigers are really dodging bullets here, jumping on 2 of their own fumbles. But that's a great catch by number 3, Donnie Crayer, because that was good coverage.
Back to pass, gets hit as he's
by the Hillbillies, but Crayer just attacked that ball and almost ripped it out of the defender's arm. And fumbled it, but was able to get it back.
Something we're seeing in the last 4 minutes of this quarter. Akron's ball control is just almost non-existent, especially on special teams in some of these plays.
Same formation here. Wick to Bergman's right. Another back-to-back first downs here for the Tigers, being pinned back in their own territory. Low snap. Bergman does a good job getting the ball to Wick. He bounced it outside, but nothing's there. There's a late penalty. If that's a roughing, because Azrat tackled, no, it's going to be holding on the Tigers. Okay. So interesting choice here, because Azrat tackled him hard and threw him down. I was hoping he wasn't going to call that. But now do you take the penalty and push him back, or do you make it second and long? It's an interesting choice here. I think you probably take it.
I think you take the penalty and make him work for it right now.
I think so, too.
Plenty of time left in the half here.
And depending where the hold was, it might even be more than a 10-yard penalty. Let's see where they're going to march it off from. They are going to take it right at the line of scrimmage, but it is going to be a 10-yard holding penalty against the Tigers. And we talked about how hard that is to overcome for the Hillbillies. Here's the Hillbillies' defense's chance to just keep the lead here by shutting this drive down.
First down and 20. First and 21.
Personnel changes for Fredonia.
And one of the problems with these younger ends, part of it, all of it's not their fault. They naturally aren't as fast as the quarterback and running back. And they're getting beat, but they're also getting sucked in too. You got to overcompensate for your speed a little bit. Looks like Owen Rush this time is lining up at the defensive end. And he's definitely a force out there. If he can keep containment, that could be a tough thing to stop if you're the Tiger. Here comes Rush and Azrat from the outside. Azrat does a good job. And there's Azrat on the big sack. A loss of a good 15 yards. And Owen Rush was coming from the other side. And Bergman had nowhere to go. Couldn't throw it away because he was in the pocket.
Watch this replay right here. He comes right in.
Here comes Rush and
crashes
Azrat
through
from
the
outside.
line.
Azrat
Puts
does a
that
good
pressure
job.
on him.
And
They come in and make that tackle.
Absolutely. And the reason, again, I always like to talk to the young players watching, that sack happened because he didn't give up the outside. He had a good directional rush that Bergman couldn't get around. Couldn't get around the corner, and that's a big sack for all-league
and you
defensive
say the young players.
end.
You say the young players because that's what I've been saying all day: is contain.
Absolutely. You watch midget football. How's every touchdown scored?
Sweep.
Yep. Okay, I think we're going to have a delay of game penalty here. Yes, it is. Another penalty against the Tigers, delay in game, so it's going to be second and almost 40 now. So what an interesting drive. They started way back after a big punt by Rush. They have a huge run by Bergman getting the outside. Ball comes loose. 15-yard penalty against Fredonia. And now ever since then, Tigers have nothing go back the other way.
We're back where we started.
Almost. The Tigers had to get all the way to the Hillbilly 33. Here's a short pass here, falls incomplete. Matt Cash on the coverage. Was open, but again, that pressure is really affecting Bergman and forced that high pass. As you're going to see here, I think we're on replay. We are. He's got to get it over Azrat's head, I believe, coming from the outside, forcing that high pass. See that? And they just caused it to be high. Pressure. It's hard to play the quarterback position with pressure. Now, Fredonia is, So now if you look, they're going back into a cover 4 defense here with 2 deep safeties in this situation. Bergman is going back. It's that play back to the right side, and he's got to get it. He's going to be short of the first down, but not by much. That play has to be stopped if you're the Hillbilly fan. A cover 4 defense
for Akron
here,
now
2
to go
deep safeties.
Down
in this
try to convert on this.
If you're playing outside on that right side, you don't care if they hand the ball off and run it up the middle. You have to stay home, but not by
about
much.
4 Fredonia players kind of on the inside, almost getting sucked in a little bit too much farther.
Well, and they're smart. They're motion. They know they're in man, so they're motioning Davis out of there, and then they're running back behind it, leaving the end kind of on the island too. I'm not going to lie. And they're getting beat that way. They're going to have to make some defensive adjustments against that play. 4th and about 8 now after 4th and 40, or 3rd and 40. Bergman drops back to pass. Here comes Azrat again. All over him, and Owen Rush is going to clean it up. And so a big sack here by Owen Rush. after overcoming the pressure by Sam Azrod, Rush was there to clean it up.
Bergman slow to get up after that hit.
Yeah, well, Owen Rush landed on you. Hitting the ground, you're going to see it.
Again, what an interesting series right here. Back and forth, it was 3rd and 40 just a few minutes ago. And now 4th and 8, now ball is back on Fredonia's hands.
This has been a first game of the season type of game.
Yes.
A little sloppy.
Yes.
A lot of excitement, though, you know, but it's been, you see a lot of big plays and big penalties and just a little bit undisciplined. Neither team has really settled in and established themselves, and the first thing that does is going to end up winning this game. 4:40 left in the half. Fredonia looking to go up by 2 scores here. Good field position, ball at their own 45. Handoff to Davis, has a little room this time. Gets it up into Tiger territory, maybe spotted right at the 50 to be exact. Good run, good push by the line that time, giving Davis a little space, and he got 5 yards on first down. Right back to line of scrimmage.
Prayer and Warren for Akron in the middle to meet Davis.
Fry keeps it this time, but the end was there. He made 2 nice moves, though. Still on his feet. Big block there. Fry is going to be dragged down from behind. I hope he's all right. That's always dangerous when you see someone getting tackled behind like that your ankle gets rolled. But it looks like he's all right. Great keeps it this time, but the end was there. He made 2 nice moves,
breaking down. He was able to come right through the middle, come around, pick up that extra block, and of course he gets pulled right down by his shirt. Yeah, I thought he came down a little hard, but it looks like he can bounce right back.
And now the end did a great job there for the Tigers, forcing the cutback, but there was no backside flow by the Tiger defense. It should have been a tackle in the backfield. Instead, it was a big run, 30-some yard run for Fry. This time he's going to the pass, completes it to Whitfield, and he's hit quickly for a short gain. They'll bring up 2nd down here. Ball's right, let's see. It's hard for us to tell this angle. Looks like maybe around the 9, Rob. 2nd and about 5.
Looks like about the 9, inside the 9-10 yard line right there.
5 after a 5-yard completion to Keegan Whitfield. Ball at the 8. Fry,
Davis gets it this time. He's diving forward. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line, but he's, let's see, and it is a 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal here. Nice job of that right side of the line there, giving Davis room to run. It's going to be 1st and goal. 3:20 clock is running left in the first half, so plenty of time here for the Hillbillies to punch it in.
Now the question is, do you take another strike at the end zone in the air, or do you actually try to bring it up the middle? Now Davis is starting to get some running lanes.
Yeah, I've let the defense detect that or like determine that a little bit, but you know, you want to score here no matter what, but if you can run some time off too and help your defense a little. And Fry is going to keep it again. And that's a nice job by the receiver out there. Jay Hawk sealing that edge, and Fry cuts up just inside him. Watch this wide receiver blocking here out to the right side, left side, right where Fry's going, and help your defense a little. And Fry is going to keep it again. You're going to see it right here. Look at him pin off that corner, and Fry's able to walk in. Nice job there, downfield blocking. Good run by Fry, making the score 12-0. 3:01 remaining in the first half. Extra point attempt to follow.
First attempt never got off because of a bad hold there by Fry. Let's see if we can get a clean hold this time.
We'll see. Sal Tabone on to attempt the kick. Fry holding, Price snapping. Snaps better, Fry down, and the kick is good right off that new Beaver Club scoreboard. Thank you to the Fredonia Beaver Club for doing something for this field, because God knows the school district doesn't. And that'll make the score 13-0. Fredonia over the Akron Tigers. And what a turn of play. It looks like the Tigers might be going down to tie or take the lead. Next thing you know, Fredonia's up 13-0.
Again, you know, think about last year. You know, first quarter, 7, second quarter, 14. So, will history repeat itself is the question.
Well, yeah, they scored 14 in the second quarter. So it was 21-0 at half. Yep.
Okay, so
we're not quite there, but, you know, this the Tigers have played pretty good football, minus some key mistakes.
Yes,
They've come here to play. The offensive and defensive line has done a real nice job. Bergman has been maybe the best player on the field the way he's been running, but now you have Ezra and Rush kind of disrupting him from the ends a little bit. But again, penalties killed both teams, and when you lose 10, 15 yards on a play, that's going to kill a drive.
Again,
quick.
If you look at Akron when they were 3rd and 40, I mean that was way back there. Again, that was a lot of ground for Akron to make up.
And they almost did it too. A nice run by Bergman. So that defense has to clear out that right defensive end position. It's early in the season. You're trying different combinations and so on. Maybe Owen Rush is the answer. He's a big athletic kid. Yes, we've seen him playing baseball and running the base pass. He's sneaky fast for a lineman, but he still is an offensive lineman. So that's a tough position for him to play with his speed, but there's no one stronger out there. Ask Matt Lauder. Matt, he's the only kid around here that would beat Matt Lauder in the weight room, and it didn't make Lauder very happy being as competitive as he is. And Matt Lauder's at Cortland this year. I think he's dressing with the big squad, playing some special teams, so congratulations to him, and congratulations on a great career here at Fredonia. Calder Near's kicking off, but real quick, Jamison Quinn, who is Matt Lauder's cousin, and I'll finish that story in just a second. Short line drive kick by Anier. Ball is still loose. It's a live ball, but he's able to pick it up. Let's see if yes, good job there by the Fredonia special teams. You saw them all break down as they approached that ball.
Yes.
Even though there was a little bit of chaos, and they gave the returner nowhere to go, as you're going to see here, Robin. Short line drive
You
kick
can see the breakdown.
Anier.
Watch them chop their feet, break down,
ball,
around on the side there, and bring it in, and corral him on the outside.
Good job there by
and bring
the
him down.
Fredonia special teams. So I'll finish that story. So last year, Matt Lauder's number 5, was actually retired unofficially, not by a school district, but by the coaching staff, which they've done in the past. And he gave his cousin permission, finger quote, permission to actually wear number 5, and it was a real honor for him to have his younger cousin wear the same number. So that's how Jamison Quinn became number 5 this year, who Matt Lauder's worn it the last 2 years. 2:48 remaining here in the first half. Tigers looking to get back in this game. They will be kicking off, too. And remember, they took the ball in the beginning of the first half. So this is a huge stop for the Hillbillies. If they can get a stop here, going in the half, at least up 13-0, and get the ball to start the second half, they may have a real chance to take this game over. But they got to stop them here first. Bergman fakes it. He's going to keep it here. Azrat's all over him, but he gets around the edge, but he at least slowed him down enough. Robin. You all right? Pass out. Yeah.
On her second possession, late in the first quarter, a 61-yard scoring drive capped by Ethan Fry, the quarterback scoring a 1-yard touchdown run to make a 6-0 Fredonia lead. The big play on that scoring drive, a 22-yard completion to Sam Azrot on 4th and 8 to set up a goal-to-go situation. And Fredonia attacked onto their lead in the second quarter. Late in the second quarter, it was Ethan Fry again with a touchdown run, a 2-yard run, to capping a 5-yard, 5-play scoring drive. The big play on that drive with Fry's legs running for 37 yards to get Fredonia into the red zone. That came with 3:01 to go in the first half. The second touchdown for Fry. Akron got on the board with 30 seconds to go before halftime as quarterback Chris Bergman, who's been under a lot of pressure tonight throughout this contest, was able to hit his favorite receiver, Donnie Prater, for a 45-yard touchdown on a 3rd and 13, and that closed the gap to 32-7, and that is where we stand right now.
Check, check.
Got you.
Was that a little louder? There we go. That's better. Hear me now?
I got you.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back. Sorry about the little disruption we had. We had a little incident here in the press box, but we're all okay, and that's good news. And Rob is even back joining us now.
Yes. A little warm in there.
Yeah.
I guess it got to me.
Well, we talked about the keys of hydration, but Rob coached 2 midget league footballs out in the sun today, too. And it's really hot in this press box. There's no airflow, and they just got a little dehydrated, but everyone's okay. Thanks for the concerns. I got some texts and everything. We're all good. Rob's back with us, and he's standing outside of the press box to be safe.
I'm not going through that again. That way I can sit if I need to, too.
Yeah, so to give you guys a recap, of course, I think it was 13-0 when the broadcast would cut off. It is now 13-7 on 3rd and long. The Tigers threw a touchdown pass over 2 leaping defenders, Jamison Quinn, Ethan Fry. The receiver caught it. I believe it was Donnie Crayer, and he broke away, caught it right around 25-30-yard line. Both defenders fell down, and he walked into the end zone, and the extra point attempt was good. So the score is now 13-7. Fredonia is still winning, but they wanted that 2-touchdown lead going in the second half to get the ball. But now they're only up by 1, but the good news is they get the ball. But these players, keep an eye on the players too, guys. We mentioned it earlier. It is hot and sticky. Conditioning is real right now. There's a lot of hydration and tired guys out there, and I'm sure, I saw some of the Fredonia kids, but I'm sure the Tigers are feeling the same way. It's hard to stay up in this kind of heat in your first game. So Tigers will be kicking off. That's number, Rob, can you see the number any better? Nice 12, right?
Number 12.
Number 12 and that's Xander Borton kicking off, a short kick. Azrot jumps up, grabs it, just puts his head down like he loves to do, and gives Fredonia good field position, giving the ball right around the 44-yard line of the Hillbillies to start the second half. So, Rob, what do you think the keys are for Fredonia a little bit? It was a lot of hyped-up energy, a lot of sloppy, crazy plays happen, penalties, and so on. What does Fredonia need to do here in the second half?
Well, after looking at everything, special teams today has been something they got to concentrate on. We noticed that when they were going out for punts, that they did not know what their assignments were. Also, the penalties got to stop. For both teams, they're crushing these guys when it comes to possession of the ball.
Yeah, and you'd like to see the Hillbillies, I think, establish the run here a little bit, get a passing, get some rhythm going. Whether it's short passes, runs, get going here in the first half. And there's Davis right out the middle. He beats the safety. Can he get around the corner? Cuts up inside the corner, but he's going to be brought down right at the 30-yard line. So big hole up the middle. Davis hits it and breaks a couple tackles in secondary, and just the start the Hillbillies wanted.
Davis with a good carry, almost about a good 30-yard pickup on that. Good cuts going downfield. He was able to shut off a couple of tackles right there.
Yeah, he kept those little short Davis legs on where he gets it from moving and made a nice run there. Right back at the line of scrimmage here is Fredonia. Ethan Fry looking to take the snap. Davis once again behind Fry, and they're going right back to Davis. Oh, he's hit hard there. Still on his feet. Oh, that's a late hit long after the whistle. No penalty.
Yeah, coach is calling for the flags right
the
now.
whistle blew, and he took a cheap shot on Davis, but luckily Davis hops right back up. But good job by the Tiger line there. There was definitely a whistle there. He was stood up, and 79 comes out of nowhere and puts a nice lick on him. Been clean if it wasn't after the whistle.
It was real close right there. Davis had the ball, and it looked like it was very close to popping out behind him, but he was able to keep it secure as he got met by all those Akron Tigers at the line.
Quick pass here, looking deep, going to Jayhawk, jump ball situation. That looks like pass interference to me, but no call. Oh, wait, it is pass interference. I didn't see the flag. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty against the Tigers.
As he got met by all those Akron Tigers at the line.
Quick pass here, looking deep, going to Jayhawk, jump ball situation. That looks like pass interference. Fredonia's looking to retake the lead here, or not retake the lead, go back to a 2-touchdown lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
It's been great to see Fry run the ball pretty well today. Both touchdowns by him.
Yeah,
See what we're going to do right now.
But I talked to the coaches a little bit, and Fry he's playing great, he's playing hard, but they would like him to settle down a little bit. Again, the adrenaline's going, trying to do a little too much. Even on that long touchdown play, he went for the interception instead of just knocking the ball down or making the tackle. So sometimes great athletes can try to do a little too much. So settle him down here a little bit and punch this drive in. So it'll be 1st and 10. Let's see, it looks like they're at about the 13 based on the box over there. 1st and 10 on the Tigers' 13-yard line after the 15-yard penalty on pass interference. Again, Jay Hawk, big basketball player, used to going high-pointing the ball. He did a real nice job in passing league doing that this summer, and they gave him a shot. He didn't come up with the catch, but it's a big play otherwise, basically like having a 15-yard completion with that penalty. And 1st and 10, 10:48 here in the third quarter. Fry taking the snap. Twins both sides. Davis right behind him. Davis gets the ball. Oh, no, Fry kept it. And that one, I almost think he should have handed that one off. He ran the same hole Davis did, and Davis had an opening. Fry going there a little later. Again, not a bad gain. I'm close to 4 yards, but he had some good reads early. I think he should have handed that one off.
Yeah, being an RPO in that case, he could have definitely gave it over to Davis. Davis would have been able to cut up around that end, get it right in there, and then I think that would have been a good possibility for a touchdown.
But either way, you at least got your 4 yards on first down, so it didn't hurt you. It was 2nd down and 6. Same formation. This time gives it to Davis. Big hole up the middle, and he goes in untouched for the touchdown. Making the score, Fredonia 19, Akron 7, 10:02 remaining in the third quarter with the extra point attempt to follow.
Great run by Davis. That hole by the offensive line was
outstanding.
You could drive a boat through that thing.
Yeah, he went completely untouched. He hit the hole hard, but you got to give all the credit there to the offensive line. Giving Davis all that room, and that's been a real key. Coach Sherlock all offseason talk about how good their offensive line is, and you could see it on that play. Sal Tabone on to attempt the extra point. Only going for 1 here to make it 20-7. Snaps down, kick is up, and it's good. Mr. Automatic Sal Tabone, 2 for 2 on the day. He did not miss the one that they missed. It was a low snap. Fry couldn't get it down, tried to run it in, got tackled short. So that's a great start here by this Fredonia offense, right? 2 big runs by Davis, penalty against the Tigers, and the result the Hillbillies are looking for.
Great way to kick things off for the second half.
Exactly. Now you want to kick the ball off here and defense go to work, get the ball right back. See if they can take over this game. But they got to solve that end position. There's that one defensive end spot out there that's been the Achilles heel of the defense out there and giving up containment play after play. And the recipient, the benefactor of that has been Chris Bergman. The quarterback has had a great game running off the offensive left side all night long.
Now, Bergman, when he's trying to take his shots deep, we're going to see how Fredonia's secondary tries to react to those situations. The defensive line has been very, very, very good on crashing down the middle today.
Yeah, the blitz has been effective. Sam Azrod has dominated his side and getting a lot of pressure. We saw Owen Rush getting some pressure himself from the other side. I'm not sure if Owen Rush is going to come back into the game the second half or not. He had a little bit of fatigue issues going on as well. Calder near on to kick off. We'll keep an eye out on Rush. And the fans are chanting Calder, Calder. A little pooch kicked here, and it just caught in time. He bobbled it, and I believe I wonder if that's Azrot maybe. It looks a lot like his body. I can't tell these numbers worth the pile of beans. And if he bobbled a little bit more or dropped it, he was either going to get killed or Azrot was going to jump on that ball, one or the other.
It looked like it was going to be a missile strike coming from Azrot.
Oh, absolutely. But he smartly, once he grabbed it, dropped to the ground and avoid the big hit. So ball will be spotted at the 36. It looks like Mendez is starting at that right defensive end spot. Give it to Wick up the middle. Nothing there. Great job by the interior defensive line on that play. Wick was swallowed up. Looks like he might have given him back to the line of scrimmage. Great job inside there.
Yes, I mean, the defensive line, again, crashing down the middle, putting their nose in there, and making it tough for the Akron offensive line.
I think that was Simon Price in on that tackle. Ian Story is next to him. I think it was the left defensive tackle that made that play. He really did a nice job in there getting defensive snaps this year, the junior Simon Price. Pass, and here comes the pressure once again. Deep pass. Oh, what a throw. Oh, no, the ball's loose. It's going to be – they're calling it a catch and a fumble.
Whoa.
There's a big hit penalty at the end. So the return is going to be coming way back. Let's see. Do we have a replay on that? Because it's going to catch and a fumble.
Whoa.
There's a big hit penalty at the end. So the return is going to be either way. It doesn't matter. The officials are calling it a catch and then a fumble. And I'll tell you what, that was a strike by Bergman.
Yes, it was.
And it was a great catch if he caught it right in stride. It was not bad coverage. But it looks like the corner there swiped it, knocked it out, did the right thing from behind, and Fry scooped it out in return. But there was a penalty on the return. So Fredonia is going to go pretty far back in their own. I think they'll be in the 20s after this penalty based on where the flag is. There was a big block. I don't know if it was an illegal block or they're going to call it like unnecessary roughness type penalty. You know, those blind, it's a block in the back they're calling. You know, because sometimes modern football, you know, the crack block where the defender doesn't see you coming, you can't clean his clock like you could in the old days. You have to lead with your hands and almost just stay in his way so he can't make the tackle. But they're calling that a block in the back. The Fredonia didn't like it. But they're going to have the ball now back at about the 23-yard line, their own 23-yard line. And if they can get a drive here, Rob, and go down for a score, that would really push the momentum in their way.
You know, what's crazy about those kind of plays when that happens, you know, you're not really expecting the ball to be like that. So blocks in the back are very common. Because everybody's turned around at that point.
Yeah, people are twisting. It's definitely an unorthodox play. It's not a design return. It's not a design offensive play. It's kind of chaos out there in those situations. And he got a little ahead of himself. I didn't see the number that hit the player, but it was a nice big hit, but it was illegal.
Yeah, and Fredonia's got a lot of ground to make up right now.
But they'll take it with a turnover there. Davis back behind Fry. Receivers are in a stack formation this time. Oh, little miscommunication there. Fry turned to his left. Davis went to his right. And so Fry kept it. Short gain there. And again, these two aren't used to working together. You know, Fry was a wide receiver last year, and Micah Davis was a number 2 running back, but it wasn't easy to get Matt Lauder to come off the field. So he averaged 10 yards a carry, but he only had 28 carries on the season. So they're working out timing. You can see some higher handoffs. Fry's a lot taller than Davis. So they got to get a little better rhythm as the season goes on together. Back to Davis this time, but nothing there. Tackle there by number 4. That's Chris Bergman, who's had a heck of a game for the Tigers. And Bergman is the first-year starting quarterback for the Tigers. You had another Fry starting last year for the Tigers, who had a nice season for them as well, but graduated.
Again, it's almost like Akron's anticipating that run coming up from Davis. They're sending in their secondary to plug those holes.
And that defensive line, look how tight they're lined up. Looking for a blitz here. You got like a linebacker standing up there at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be coming out. Low snap, gets it out quick, falls incomplete. You know, tight coverage there by the Tigers. No one was fooled on that play. Bergman was all over Whitfield. And on will come the punt team. And Owen Rush is in. Looking for a blitz here. You got like a linebacker standing up there at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be coming out. Low snap, gets it out quick, falls incomplete. You know,
And like you said, the blitz was coming. They were ready to come in. Getting a lot of miscommunication. It looks like it's happening with Fredonia. They're not sure what's going on. They're still coming for defense.
The snapper's not out there.
Yep.
You know, Ethan Fry forgot that he's snapping the ball.
Yep.
Again, that was Nick Whitfield last year.
We talked right at the start of the second half that special teams, these
they got to be close to delay a game, or they call a timeout.
Like a timeout was called,
and that's a wasted timeout. The quarterback came off the field when he's the snapper. He's got to know better. He's got to be smarter. He's a captain of the team. He's the leader. That's an uncalled for error and a little bit of chaos again coming out of the Hillbillies.
Again, the penalties alone in the first half were very, very crucial to both teams. But like we were talking about with special teams, especially with the special teams, not enough men on the field, not enough players on each side, and of course the miscues, and that could really cause a wrench in how things are going. But let's see how Fredonia does, especially with that punter. I believe it's Rush, correct?
Owen Rush, absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, and his foot, when you get in contact with that ball, he's punting that ball minimum 40 to 50 yards.
We got some more hydration issues going on. Micah Davis was drinking pickle juice and is now getting stretched out on the sideline because he had some cramps going on. He's normally the gunner in the punt team. Pulled himself off for this play. Fry's snap is wobbly and low. Good scoop by the baseball player Owen Rush, and another good punt, but Bergman's able to field this one. Gets by one guy, gets by another. Now he has some space. Another broken tackle. That's actually a nice tackle there in open field.
Azrot with that one.
Azrot came up big, and again, the gunner came out on the play and off the field in that play, and it definitely hurt the Fredonia Hillbillies there. Nice return by Bergman, who's had a real nice game doing it all, defensively, offensively, and now on the special teams. His second big return.
Trying to make those tackles on the outside are tough, but, if the guys got to get in there, get their arms wrapped around, they can't be diving for them, which is causing a lot of the frustrations on the outside.
Yeah, and it's modern-day football. They do it at all levels. You don't tackle in practice anymore. Safety, head injury, and so on. But some of the effects of that is just that. You're not as good at tackling.
Right.
Wick with the carry, still on his feet, almost broke out of that huddle or pile. Looked like he went down, but he broke loose and, nice hard run. Only a gain to 3, but looked like it'd be a no gain at most.
They're moving the stick a couple yards right now, so we'll see how Fredonia resets here.
Yeah, and one of the things the Tigers are doing, they're motioning away to the side that they're running on. So you see, and usually it's Mike Davis guarding the guy they're motioning, and they're taking him right out of the play. He had 90 tackles last year, second in the league to only his teammate Matt Lauder at 140. Long pass. Good coverage there.
Hit him in the back.
Keegan Whitfield, if he turned around, he could have maybe intercepted. But that's excellent coverage, right stride for stride with his receiver. Second in the league to only his teammate Matt Lauder at 140. Long pass, good coverage there.
Hit him in the back.
Game here, Tigers down by 2 touchdowns. They probably would go for it here in 4th down unless they lose a bunch of yards on this play. If they get any positive yards, I'd say they definitely go for it if they don't get the first.
Right, compared to the first couple of series, Akron's only punted the ball twice.
Fredonia's playing up. The safety is not even 10 yards back. Oh, low snap. Bergman had to scoop it up, and he can't get outside, and he's brought down for that loss we just talked about, Rob.
Great job by the defense to contain on the outside, and they were able to come right in through the middle and get that stop.
Let's see who made that tackle. I'm looking at the number. I still can't.
I think it's
Juan. Yeah, it is. I think that's Juan Mendez out there at the right defensive end. It was a bad snap, and he kept containment there. It was a good angle. A lot of times the ball's on the ground. You forget your responsibility, start chasing the ball. So it's going to bring on the punt team, Quinn and Davis, back to return, standing right at their own 15-yard line. Good defensive stand by the Hillbillies. Oh, high snap here. And he tries to punt, and it is blocked And, no, they're going to call roughing the punter because they didn't get a piece of the ball. Oh, no.
Oh, that's a tough call.
If they don't have high snap here, and he tries to punt, and it is blocked. And, but if he didn't, I guess even though he ran back 50 yards, he still has to give him the chance to punt it. If you don't block the ball, you can't hit the punter. Oh, what a terrible break that would be.
Yeah, I mean, Akron should have just fell on that ball at that point.
Yeah, but now it looks like a genius.
Yeah, I know. And I don't know how the punter's going to come out smelling the rose.
And that's
like that
number
one.
52. And again, that's a lineman. That's Andrew Warren back chasing that ball, scoops it up, turns and tries to get a punt off. Officials are talking about this. I don't know if I've ever really seen that exact play before.
I mean, because you're allowed to block that punt.
Absolutely.
But the problem is,
it looks like they're spotting the ball right here, and they're going to say that he got it. Because if he got a piece of it,
right.
In the way, they did pick up the flag.
Right,
wow, that's a big break
confused.
with the Hillbillies and so on. But if that was roughing the punter, that could have been an automatic first down. So now Fredonia really wants to, they're up 20-7, 5:48 in the third quarter. They're really going to want to look here to punch another score in.
Again, special teams seems to be the key today. That's kind of putting question marks.
Yeah,
bad snap right there really put Akron in a bad position.
Sure did. And now the offensive line so far in this second half has some momentum. Let's see if they can continue that run game or if they're going to open up the pass. High snap, ball's on the ground. And Fry couldn't catch it and get it to Davis, so Fredonia turns it. Every chance they have to take control of this game, they don't convert. That's the second half, has some momentum. Let's see if they can continue that run game or if they're going to open up the pass. High snap, ball's on the ground. Like head, it almost looked like it hit his face mask, and ball bounced right to Akron because it went off the helmet of Davis and the handoff. Just a crazy, wild game.
Yes, a lot of interesting turnovers today.
And the coaching staff's not going to be happy with this, even if they win. They realize they play at Allegheny next week, and that's always a tough game to go down there and play. It'll be the first league game. And they know if they play with this many errors next week, they could very well lose a key league game. I think I'm not sure who called this timeout. I'm guessing it was the Tiger.
Akron called it a timeout on that one.
So each team now has used one timeout here in the second half out of, just not being ready.
Right. It's first game of the year.
Yeah,
It's first game of the year adjustments, trying to figure out where to go. And making changes, and then it goes,
And I'm going to point this out, too. I'm not saying it's wrong, but Section 6 decided instead of doing a scrimmage after the first 2 weeks of practice, they would make it a non-league game.
Right.
So now, and that's why they make it non-league at least, right? Because you're working out a lot of this in a scrimmage, but there is a lot of unenforced errors.
Fredonia defense coming out right now.
It's a very cute fanny pack, though, I must say.
I don't even know how to comment on that one, Shannon. After the night I've had, I don't even know how to comment.
All right, so Tigers still be 1st and 10 for the Tigers after 2 crazy plays, back-to-back turnovers, really. And it'll be 1st and 10. Tigers ball at their own 31. Bergman takes a snap. His snap's a little high, gives it to Wick, and the defense is right there waiting for him.
Again, one thing I have to say, very good to see tonight is the positive plays by the defensive line today. They've been very good up front. The secondary, trying to keep an eye on the ball when it's making its way to the sides, some of the extra coverage there. But the defensive line today actually very much impressed me.
Yeah, no, and I mean, there's big bodies, and they're rolling bodies in there. You got Price, you got Rush, you got Story, all rolling around in there, and probably a couple others I missed, but they're doing a nice job controlling the middle. High pass over the middle again, incomplete. pass is intended for number 3, Care. Now it's going to be 3rd and long. You know, Hillbillies rolling around in there, and probably a couple others I missed, but they're doing a nice job controlling the middle. High pass over the middle again.
Fredonia secondary kind of backing off a little bit.
Yeah, not much, though. I mean, it's 3rd. I mean, they're playing, you know, man defense in their face, trying to go ahead and beat us, and they're going to bring pressure off this man defense. And here it comes. Long pass. The guy's wide open. Oh. Once again, Care gets behind the defense there, and if he's able to come down with that, he is going to go untouched in the end zone. What a break for the Hillbillies, because he hadn't beat us, and they're going to bring pressure off this man defense. And here it comes. Long pass. The guy's wide open. Oh. Once again, you know, you see he's not. The corner's not turning and running. He's kind of caught in the back pedal, and if you let the receiver get even with you, you're beat. You have to turn and run when you still have the bubble about 2-3 yards. Punt team's on. Quinn and Davis back. Short punt to Quinn. Pulls back. Couldn't get there, and it's going to be down. Oh, smart move. Tried to pick it up there. Davis, once they touch it, he knows the rule. He was going to try to grab it and run, but he couldn't get there in time. But an effective punt, not a great punt, no return. And now Fredonia once again gets a chance with still 4:45 in the 3rd quarter. Slowest football game we've seen in a long time. Looking to go up by 3 scores here, and once again having good field possession. And, no, position. There we go. Must have better drink some water, too, here.
It's definitely warm in the booth.
Trips left. Yeah, no, absolutely. Where you should be. Did you drink water?
I am drinking water and Gatorade.
This time they get the handoff to Davis. Powers his way forward for probably about 4 there. You know, Davis soaking wet is about 160 pounds, so very different style runner than Matt Lotter. And took a big hit there, but 2nd and 6 is always, you're ahead of the downs. 4 yards every play, you never have to punt.
Now, Fry can connect with his receivers right here. I'd really like to see him air it out on a nice route. Maybe get it far and deep here.
Okay, so Coach Polvino just check, change the play here. Davis and Fry moved around a little bit. Let's see what he switched to based on the defensive call. And they're calling for a quick pass. Fry didn't like it. Now he pulls up. Nice catch by Jay Hawk for the 1st down. And there's that basketball player high pointing the ball again.
Nice grab, bringing it down, holding it.
Let's see what he switched to based on the defensive call. And they're calling for a quick pass. Fry didn't like it. Now he pulls up. Nice catch by Jay Hawk for the 1st down. Great athlete and made a big play there. 1st and 10, ball at the 40 of the Tigers now. Fry back again, hits his receiver once again. That is, give me a number. That is Keegan Whitfield, number 6, with a catch gain of, let's see, close to 8, maybe 9 yards.
Whitfield's had a pretty good game today.
He has, yeah, and he did a nice job there. Just make sure he catches the ball. Let's try to do anything fancy, and then falls out of bounds. Low snap again, and you know Simon Price is not. He was steady Eddie last year, and Fry is coming up cramping here a little bit. After that, and you're going to see more and more players cramp as this game goes on and on. But that's when you have 2nd and 1, and now it's 3rd and 11, and I think they're going to make Fry come out of play, and there's giving him some pickle juice. They're going to stretch him out. But let's see who they're going to put in at quarterback, either be Davy White or Keegan Whitfield. It looks like Davy White is coming in.
They want to get the crowd amped up, then quiet down.
Right.
See how White does here.
Yeah, my guess is it's going to be handoff to Davis. It's pretty Or maybe Davi Wright. You're not going to bring him in cold and have a passing play in his first snap at quarterback. Okay, it's going to be a Davi White run. Breaks one tackle. Can he get the edge? He cannot. So a safe call there by Coach Palvino. It's going to bring up 4th down. So what are you going to do? Are you going to try a placement punt here?
Looks like Fry's getting ready to come back in.
There's an injured player here on the ground.
Looks like it's White.
Did he get rolled up on awkwardly? Sometimes that happens from the top. I don't know. It does look like it's Davi White.
White is the one who got injured on the play, so Fry's back.
White's first play, unfortunately, comes out right around the outside.
Yeah, and those roll up, like when you get rolled up on like that, sometimes a bad sprainer scares the crap out of you too. If you're the sharp pain and you're twisted funny, hopefully it's just one of those things. And nothing serious here. I don't see any athletic trainers out there. Oh, wait, that's right, because Fredonia doesn't have one. I mean, why would we do that and protect our athletes? I mean, we don't fix the field. We don't have trainers. We don't put our players in the best positions for safety, that's for sure.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with you.
No one's surprised by my comments. I've been saying it for years, but it's not right. These kids do deserve better from our school district. There's no question about it. There's been articles in the paper lately. The talk shows on high school football have talked about it. It's time to do something for these athletes to protect them and give them something to be proud of.
Fry's stretching out right now outside of the huddle, or the team gathering here. Hopefully that's an indicative sign that he's going to come back out.
Yeah, he is definitely a cramp. I mean, these guys are dehydrated. There's no doubt about it.
It's not hot. It's humid right now.
And it's the first game, and they were so amped up in the beginning that it just – and look how long it is. I mean, we had a 7 o'clock start. It is 9:30, and we are not in the second half yet.
I've been seeing a lot of passes today, a lot of attempted passes. Again, first game of the season, trying to get some of those jitters out, trying to get things straightened out. Looks like White's going to come off the field here.
He's getting up on his feet. That's always a really good sign. He's going to walk himself off, definitely limping a little bit. Quick shout out. We have some spectators from Montana tuning in. Ethan Fry's family out there, his uncle. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the boys. So, Rob, during this injury time, I meant to do this earlier, but we got some changes in the Midget League program and the high school program this year. The high school went to 9, 10, 11 varsity team and 7, 8, 9. So they actually have a modified high school team this year. But the midget program has done some changes as well.
Yeah, that's right. The Fredonia midget team is now part of the Lakeshore midget division. They've left the Jamestown leagues. So it's a little more of a group more centered around the smaller villages and whatnot and townships. So it's been a great program for the kids at keeping football alive in Fredonia, especially now that these kids can move up, go to the modifieds in the JV program itself, and then possibly come up and be on the big field for their varsity years and when they get up into high school. So it's been a big change, and we got lots of teams playing, so it's great.
And the numbers are really good, aren't they? You have two.
Good.
You have a flag football team, two 8,
rookie
9
teams, yep, and then a JV team with about 30 players. So it's a great turnout.
So Fredonia has decided to punt here. Owen rushes on. Oh, it's a fake. Oh, now it's like a rugby punt. What did it's going to roll in the end zone.
Oh,
just in. That was almost perfect. But what a luxury it is to have an offensive lineman that can decide to punt here. Owen rushes on. Oh, it's a fake. Oh, now it's like a rugby punt. It's going to roll in the end zone. Just in. But an outstanding running back and punter. And he ran about a 4.5, and he would every punt would possibly could fake it, and it really wreaked a lot of havoc on the special teams of the other teams. Very effective. Yeah, we're 2.5 hours in. That's crazy. That's a long, long game, and there's still 2:57 left. And fatigue is only going to become a bigger factor as we go. Tigers have the ball back at their own 20, down 2 touchdowns. Bergman's going to create there. Good job by the end, but a nice run by Bergman.
Yes, the end's right there, containing their gaps, containing control right there, not getting sucked in to the ball going to the outside like that.
Yeah, and Sam Azrat was actually on the right side in that play, and he's the one that made the tackle. But it looks like about a 6-yard gain for Bergman. So again, he continues to rack up the numbers tonight. And now the student section's starting to get it on defense. This is the time to be loud. Snap gives it to Wick. Wick is met hard right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, defensive line being very dominant today on those inside runs.
Absolutely, and they're feeding off that maybe a little crowd noise, giving them some life. Owen Rush coming off for a breather.
It's like Mendez was going to come out, but he's staying on.
There's that motion away from that side. They typically run behind it, but this time they're trying to run away from. Oh, that's a block in the back. They got away with it. And Davis is like, hey, sir, that guy pushed me in the back, but he got away with it. It's going to be a first down for the Tigers. It didn't happen. The officials didn't see it. He extended his arms and ended, but this time they're trying to run away from. Oh, that's a block in the back. They got away with it. And Davis is to the right side, and now that was their first bigger run to the left side. Defensive left side. Yeah.
That's good for an Akron first down.
Bergman is a one-man show right now, or really all game. Gives it to Wick. Tackle, though. We got a flag coming in late. Yep. Let's see what the play. I think that was Matt Cash coming in on the tackle on Wick. Let's see now. We're really all game. Gives it to Wick. Tackle, though. We got a flag coming in late. Yep. Let's see what the play. I mean, was it not on the ball carrier? Was it like the lineman grab another lineman's face mask, or I don't know.
It was over on this side, right about the 40.
Okay. Well, didn't see it. Not saying it didn't happen. So another mistake by this Fredonia. Be second now, and added 5 yards onto the run, so that make it 2nd and 2.
It's, I believe, our second penalty the second half here, but the first half, the penalties.
Yeah. So Rush is in there at the end now. Quick pass, Cares wide open, catches it, and is going to have the first down, pushed out of bounds by Jamison Quinn. And he has no name left on his jersey. It's like a letter and a half on the back there. It's interesting. And
they don't have any names.
Yeah, but look on the back. What is that?
It's just the A.
Oh, it's the A. It's the A. Okay.
Well, you can at least read their numbers.
Yeah.
That's
you can absolutely
that's the plus side. Quinn was able to get him outside. If he would have kept it in, he would have been able to keep him outside for more. But he was at least able to get his hand on there the last second and push him out of bounds.
Quick out man-to-man coverage is a tough one. Hand off to Wick. Rushes on him, makes a tackle. Great job by Owen Rush. Pendergrove was right there, but the big fella, Owen Rush, makes the play. Now he's going to come off for a breather. They're really,
there the last second. Push him out of bounds.
Quick out man-to-man coverage is a tough one. Hand off to Wick. Rushes on him, makes a tackle. Great job by Owen Rush. Now let's see. Azrat staying on the wide side, which is the defensive right side. Mendez is on the left.
Lost phone, brought to the press box. If you lost your phone, please come to the press box to claim your phone.
Sadberg drop another quick pass. Receiver falls down though. Here lost his footing on that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long, and that'll bring us finally to the end of the third quarter with the score: Fredonia 20, Akron 7.
Yeah, as we go into the fourth quarter here, we got to make sure we clean up a lot of what we've been seeing on special teams and whatnot. Also, seeing Akron today, it hasn't been consistent. The consistency with Akron, it hasn't been there. And we're hoping to see the same thing, Fredonia, to keep the consistency going in the fourth quarter here.
Well, and I would add to that, I don't feel that Fredonia has been consistent. Every time they show a little life and looks like they're going to take this game over and put it like out of reach, they make a big mistake. They have a fumble, a high snap, a penalty, things that they're beating themselves with those plays. And again, they have an incredibly difficult league. Last year, the C-South was the only division to send 3 teams to the playoffs. Fredonia won. Salamanca was the 2 seed in Southwestern, who won a playoff game, beat a 1 seed from a different division to beat Depew as a 3 seed, and gave Fredonia all they could do to make it to the stadium in the semifinals. And then you have Allegheny in there as well, who is a powerhouse and big running back and quarterback. They're both sophomores last year, who's going to be tough and probably could at least win one of those games against one of those 3 teams. So it's no walk in the park, and if you play sloppy football like against those division foes, you're going to be in for it and risk not only winning division, but even making the playoffs.
And then Fredonia, for their C conference for the C-South, they'll be playing Allegheny Limestone, Salamanca, Silver Creek Forestville, Southwestern, and the Chautauqua Lake Westfield Brockton conglomerate. That's their season this year.
Yeah. And then they finish off in a non-league game against Dunkirk. But yeah, it's a tough division, and a lot of the experts in Western New York athletics were predicting another 3 teams making the playoffs out of the C-South. And, looking at more than likely, and I'm not counting out Allegheny because they are tough, Salamanca, Southwestern, Fredonia mix. But if you don't win your division, you'll be on the road for the entire playoffs as well. Not sure. Okay, here we go. We're going to finally look like we're going to start the fourth quarter. Another whistle prior to the snap.
It's like one of the refs, the line judge is talking to the Akron coach right now. Not sure what's going on.
Yeah, neither am I. Let's.
On behalf of the Fredonia Hillbillies, happy birthday.
And it is a 4th and long here, which it got away from me. I didn't even.
And it looks like they're going to go for it.
It does. Again, they're down 2 scores, but that's a risky call on 4th and 15. If this is this right?
It's 4th and 15 right now from about the 48-yard line, 47-yard line.
Oh, that's right, because Owen Rush made that big tackle in the backfield.
In the backfield, yep.
The length of the game starting to get to my memory here, too. But I'm not sure what the officials are possibly talking about at this point. Again, it's their first game, too, and I'd rather have them talk it out and get it right. I always appreciate that. But I don't know what the issue is.
And now all the officials are over there, so curious to see what the referee has to say.
If I'm the Fredonia coaches, I'm pulling my guys over and giving them some water. Well, they just had water, but still, you want to keep sipping that water.
You talk about a long game.
Yeah, no doubt. But the bleachers have emptied a little bit, but there's still quite a few people here tonight. And the student section's still on their feet, so give them some credit.
Yes, great turnout from the students today for the first game of the season. Lots of great support from the student body here. Lots of fans in the stands, too.
Yeah, and quite a few up between the road and the end zone, too, not just down here on the bleachers.
Officials are going back to their positions. It's 3rd down on the marker out there.
I didn't think 4th down was right. They had it on the box as 4th down. It'll fix the clock here. So it is 3rd and 15. I wasn't completely wrong that something was off. I just didn't know what was off. There goes back under pressure again. Is he going to be able to get the edge? No, but he heaves one up. And it's incomplete. Good coverage downfield, good pressure up the middle. disrupting that play. That's a real sound defensive play all around. 11 players contributed on that one.
Great. They were able to collapse into the pocket, get him off to the side like that, really force him into throwing that ball deep where the secondary was ready to go.
Yeah, and then there's now the punter, 52, Andrew Warren, and then Quinn and Davis are back to receive the punt.
Now it's really 4th down.
Another low snap this time. Warren's able to get that off. Davis is back ready to field that. He comes up with it. Tries to get the edge. Nice cut there. I thought he was going to run out of bounds, but nope. Cut it up and got some extra yardage. So decent return there by Micah Davis. Out to about the 46-yard line.
Micah Davis, getting the wheels going in the backfield like that and really moving the ball.
Yeah, Chris Brown coming in the game. Not sure what receiver he's replacing here. But again, the Hillbillies would love to march down the field, a 44-yard drive, and get that 3-touchdown lead here. And if you're the Tigers, you go down by 3 when you're tired and everything.
It's an uphill battle. It's a very big uphill battle at that point.
Davis gets a handoff. Nice push by the line. Davis breaks a tackle. One man to beat. Gets by him. And he's tackled behind by number 76. But big run. I mean, that's a nice job by the line and a couple nice cuts by Davis. About a 34-yard run for him.
Akron read that at 4. They were set up in the 4-4, and they were going in there right down the middle. And Davis was able to get around the outside and just turn it up.
And Davis asked for a sub there. You can't blame him after after the punt return and then that long run. He's a little winded, needs a break. Sam Resrott, we went to the hard count here, and the Tigers jump off sides. And I believe, was that the guy that ran him down? It might have been 75. So that's a big fella from behind. Didn't give up on the play. Give him some credit. 75 or 76.
It was definitely one of the linemen, and at least the linebackers.
It had a lineman number, one way or the other, and that was a touchdown-saving tackle there.
Let's see if Fredonia can put this in.
Give it to Azra in his first carry of the game. Azra is oh, no, that's the last thing you want to see.
Yeah.
He got hit hard right in the thigh, knee area.
He's getting back up.
He's getting up. Maybe a little cramp issue with him.
It looked like he took a helmet to the knee.
Yep. And he's had a great game defensively. And he's a key.
He's going to work it out here.
But he did. He took a hard shot. And what I was about to say, it's kind of like a fire and ice combo with Davis Azra. Azra runs straight ahead. Me bull, me run through wall, where Davis is smaller, scat back, a little bit more dice and cutting and so on. So it's a nice combination between the two. Fry looks for the pass here, doesn't find anyone. Now he throws it away.
Yep.
No, that's a good choice there by Ethan Fry, and the coaches are going to be happy with that.
Yep.
He didn't force anything. That's the last thing you want to do is throw an interception down here. So that's a real nice incomplete pass by Ethan Fry there.
And the coverage was there, so there was no chance of that coming down right. See if Azrod goes back in.
So now we have second and we're at second goal. So Azrod took him inside the 10-yard line. I didn't realize that. It's going to be a run for Fry here. Makes a cut, but he gets taken down by 52. Nice tackle there by Andrew Warren. He's also the punter. Athletic big man now. It's going to be third and goal from the 5. See what they do here. You're going to go to the air. You're going to try to run it again. And they are going to go to the air. Great coverage, but that is Jay Hawk. And again, that's a box out play. That's using your basketball skills on the football field. He got inside the defender, boxed him out, jumped up, and made the catch.
And he runs that quick, simple post route right there, and he's able to just grab it and bring it right down. Ball security gives Fredonia 6.
Yeah, and that was set up by nice punt return, Davis. A nice run by Davis. Azrat's running in on the field here on the extra point. So that's a good sign. And a nice pass and catch there by Fry.
Again,
we're still short one.
Special teams.
It might be Davi White maybe was on this, and he got hurt maybe. Well, they do get it off. And that's a good job by Sal Tabone. You know, like even with all that chaos, is still able to get the extra point up and good. That makes the score 26 for Fredonia, 7 Akron, 10-13 remaining. And now if you're the Tigers, you know, down 3 scores, you're tired, you're on the road, you got a long drive home. It's a terrible drive. There's no quick way to get there. It's back roads. You know, you're going to start to feel it here. So it'll be really interesting to see how much battle they have left in them. But they haven't quit thus far, and I'm not saying they have. But
this is where the 2-a-day practices kick in. And what the conditioning looks like for the last couple of weeks while they're getting ready for this first game here.
Calder Anir is on to kickoff.
Going to be great to see Fredonia walk out of here with a win for the first game of the season to kick off the school year.
Well, it's not. We've been up like this before. Last year, Southwestern on this field, and they came marching back, and it came down to a 2-point conversion at the end and a stop. So,
plenty of football left to play.
Yeah, crazy things have happened. But that third score was huge for the Hillbillies. Short, high kick in front of the returner. Oh, that's a nice little grab by the quarterback. Reverses Fields. But good job by containment there, keeping contained. And so the inside people make the tackle. Peyton Glavey makes a nice tackle. So that's good discipline coverage there. They easily could have got out of their lanes on that backside and give up a big return, but they didn't. So
Bergman's getting up slow.
Yeah, and that could be a cramping issue for him too, because he is, again, he's been all over the field. And he got hit hard in the legs also there by Glavey. It was a good textbook tackle. Put the shoulder pads right in his thigh and give up a bit. So
it's a lot of work to be the QB, defense,
punt
and special
returner,
teams.
Kick return. And, I mean, he's definitely well over 100 all-purpose yards today. He may have 100 yards rushing. I don't alone. But I think it was more of a cramp with him as well. But he's going to have to take a snap off. There's no doubt. He's on his feet stretching. No shock, though, that he might be cramping up after the game he's had, the energy he's shown out there.
Question is, who are they going to bring in?
Not sure. We'll have to take a look, and for how many snaps, too. If you're Bergman, it'll be 0 snaps because you want to get back in there. But the coaches have to think about this a little, too. Do they want to put them back out there? First game, non-league, down by 3, touch 3 scores, 10:06 remaining. Or do they let the backup play the rest of this game?
Akron's schedule comes up, after tonight. It's going to be for the C North, Tonawanda, Newfane, Cleveland Hill, Cardinal, Alden, and Medina, and they're going to finish off against Roy Hart, Barker, and Lindenville for the C North.
Oh, that's not the greeting you want. Oh, there's going to be a penalty. They say a face mask there? We got a replay on that, Jackson?
Roy Hart, Barker, and Lindenville for the C North.
Oh, that's not the greeting you want. Oh, there's going to be a penalty.
Face mask.
What that call is, but I mean, Azra made a nice play. He kind of rolled over the top of him. His hands crossed the back of his helmet, but he didn't grab it. I don't know. That's a little too touchy for me, but I mean, obviously he's right there. Maybe he saw something we can't see on camera, but it's another big penalty either way against Fredonia.
And the penalties.
Yeah. And that was 22, junior Lucas Bandenbosch that was in at quarterback for Akron that last play. Let's see if he's staying in. It looks like Bergman's back. Yep, Bergman's back in there, and no surprise, he's a competitor and a heck of a young football player. So it must have been a 5-yard variety, so they still lose 5 yards on the play, or at least 4, but it's still first down. Pass is deflected. I don't think Quinn ever saw where it was. I don't know if he could have got it anyway. Did we see who tipped that pass, Jackson? A 5-yard variety, so they still lose 5 yards on the play, or at least 4, but it's still first down. Pass is deflected. I don't think Quinn ever saw where it was. I don't know if he could have got it any. Yeah, Matt Cash and the nice getting back from the linebacker position, dropping in his zone, read the quarterback's eyes, and got up to deflect that pass. So now it's 2nd and 14. Here comes the pressure again, throws it up. Glavey's beat. It's caught by number 14. Pushed out of bounds by Fry, but that's Zachary Borton. And that's a great throw by Bergman. Under pressure, hit him in stride. 14. Here comes the pressure again, throws it up. Glavey's beat. It's caught by. He's tough.
Yeah, and that was a great catch, too. I mean, he was just a basket catch right there. Right over his shoulder, came right into his hands. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better accurate pass than that.
No. And, Glavey did not have terrible coverage. He's beaten maybe by a step, but he went for the ball instead of the tackle there. But that's great concentration by Borton, like you said. Bergman's back in there. Wick to his left. Another pass play. Quick slant. It's read by Glavey that time, and what a play. The same two battling out there. The 10 receiver was Borton, and you could see Glavey coming hard on that. If I'm putting that at least back in there. Wick to his left. Another pass play. Quick slant. It's read by Glavey that time, and what? But this summer in passing league, he's playing outside linebacker and doing a ton of man coverage, and you can really see how that's helped him and help prepare him for this situation with Davi White going down early and some changes, and he got pushed out to the outside. 2nd and 10. Bergman's pressured again, throws it short, falls incomplete, intended for his favorite receiver. That's Crayer. Donnie Crayer's had a nice game tonight as well. The only touchdown for the Tigers. Short, falls incomplete, intended for his favorite receiver. That's
spot on, especially on some of those short pass plays right there. Again, when they're running the ball up the middle, defensive line, like I've said over and over again, very good today, crashing down the middle, gap control for the most part.
Yeah, well, right. When they've kept containment, this defenses look pretty good. When they gave it up, they look pretty bad. So it's really, it's a simple formula from midget football to high school football. You got to contain. Throws deep. Did he catch that too? Unbelievable.
Yes, right over his shoulder.
And that's great. When they gave it up, they look pretty bad. So it's really, it's a simple formula from midget football to high school football. You got to contain. Throws deep. Did he catch that? Maybe too much interception there, and Glavey just was right there. He's a little shorter than Crayer, and they executed. Handoff to Wick here, and he is tackled there by, I think that's the end. I'm guessing that's Sam Azrat.
Wick with the short carry, 2-yard gain. 2nd down, 8 to go for the Tigers.
Yeah, and I thought Ethan Fry intercepted that, but he snuck that pass in right between.
No, I don't think that was Azrat.
I can't see the number.
Azrat was on the other side, but I'm not sure who that was that made the tackle. Bergman drops back once again, is under pressure, rolls to his right, a jump pass into traffic, and that is intercepted.
Wow.
in the end zone.
Again,
And let's see. I don't think that
hard
was
to see. I
Azrat.
can't see the number.
Azrat was on the other side, but I'm not sure who that was that made the tackle. Bergman drops back once again, is under pressure, rolls to his right, a jump pass into traffic, and that is intercepted.
Wow.
The ball back to Fredonia's hand on their own 20 with 8:40 left, up 27-7.
Another great stop by the defense. A good turnover there.
Yeah. Honestly, for the amount of yards that they've given up today, to only give up one touchdown so far is that bend but don't break mentality. And let's see what both sides start to do now with 8:40 left and a lot of tired players. Are they going to you keep your starters in? Do you start subbing out some more? So far, it looks like that's pretty much the starting offense there for Fredonia. Fry and Davis in the backfield. Quinn, Hawk, Whitfield. Pass to, that was intended for Quinn, I believe. It was just a little high and out of his reach. Jumped on it just in case they ruled it. Ryan Davis in the backfield. Quinn, Hawk, Whitfield. Pass to, that was intended for Quinn. Offense is, it's not traditional football and clock management. You call your plays regardless, and Coach Palvino stuck true to that. Let's see if he goes back to the run here. Looks like a blitz coming. Flag. Did he jump off sides? As long as Fredonia didn't move, it's definitely off sides.
I did not see anyone on Fredonia move, so I'm curious to see what happens here.
If he goes back to the run here. Looks like a blitz coming. There's an all-out crashing on the outside linebacker there. Just got a little too aggressive. 2nd and 5 now, a little bit of a break.
It's tough when you got a linebacker coming in like that.
Yeah.
Not to jump off the ball.
Trying to time out that snap. Hand off to Davis here. Cuts back to his left, breaks a tackle, and gets a Hillbilly first down. And look at that block there. I believe that's Matt Cash driving his guy 10 yards down the field in a pancake block.
Great job by Davis keeping those feet moving when he's running up the middle like that. He's able to pull the line with him and get that first down.
Yeah, and this is where the defense gets tired. And it's harder to play defense when you're tired than offense. Quick pass out here, bubble screen to Quinn. He's got some space. Oh, a late flag. Chris Brown was out there blocked. And it's harder to play defense when you're tired than offense. Quick pass out here, bubble screen to Quinn. He's got some space. Oh, a late flag. Field, unless I'm wrong.
And he moved the flag up, too, after he threw it.
So it's from the 40, so it's going to be loss of maybe 6 yards. It's not 10 because of spot foul again, if you're tuning in wondering why it's not a 10-yard penalty. But it's still a 1st and 16 now, 7:59. Clock now runs on the whistle, so we'll run down.
Another flag.
There was a little shuttle pass to Jamison Quinn. Unfortunately, this is probably coming back. But a nice play by Quinn, and he's not going to like to hear that there was a legal shift, they're calling it. I don't know what the shift. There was a little shuttle pass to Jamison Quinn. Unfortunately, this is probably coming back. I think that's going to be the call here on the play. So another mental error there. You're not getting down in your stance when you should be. And so it's going to negate a big, technically a pass, even though it looks like a run because he shuttled it forward. It's not. It's a forward pitch. It's a pass. And in the bonus of why you do that, if it hits the ground, it's not a fumble.
It's true.
That's why you do it. That's the strategy behind that. But that play was negated, and now it's 1st and 21 according to the loudspeaker. So the I'm
Got a little
gonna
bit
take
of ground to
it.
make
Yeah.
up here. Clock's still running.
Let's see if they go back to the air. They're gonna. Quick pass out though, like almost like a handoff. I think that's to Whitfield over on that side.
Clock's still running.
Let's see if they go back to the air. They're gonna. Quick pass out though, like almost like a handoff. Was
that clock
Keegan
off.
Whitfield on the catch. Trips right now.
2nd and 12 for Fredonia.
Looks like Fry's changing the play up at the line.
Yep. Davis was behind him, now moves to his left. And Fry's looking. Who made that catch? Let's see.
Fry with another complete pass.
Was that Quinn?
Yep, that is Quinn. So now it's 3rd down. So they're chipping away on this 1st and 21. Whitfield took himself out to get a breather here.
Quinn's come up pretty good with a couple catches today.
Oh, nice play by Fry, and he got hit as he
Fry
threw. It was
got
going
hit
1st
last
down.
second. Yep. He's back up.
And that was a nice pass and catch there by, let's see, who caught? I think that might have been, is that 12? That might be Tim Fields. Let me check. Yeah, that's number 12, Tim Field, his first varsity catch to my knowledge, and it was a big one. So nice job by Fry in the offense here to overcome that 1st and 21 and pick up the 1st down. Now they're right at midfield at the 50. Maybe looking to get a run now. No, they're going right back to the air, and they're going deep. Chris Brown's wide open. Oh! And that's the young receiver, sophomore there. Got a little too big on that midfield at the 50. Maybe looking to get a run now. No, they're going right back to the air, and they're going deep. Chris Brown's wide open. Oh!
Oh, that would have been a beautiful catch. Beautiful catch. Fry's definitely got an arm. He was able to throw it way out there.
Oh, yeah.
Goes Fry.
Slides down. He's going to pick up 1st down.
I think he hurt the defensive lineman there.
Well, and I get why they didn't call flag there, because that was very he slid at the last second, and it's really hard to completely let up, you know. So a lot of times you see in the NFL and they get killed from behind, and you wonder why they don't call it more. That one I understood a lot more.
Fredonia comes off to the sideline for a water break here.
Is this official water break, or is this someone called timeout?
I think Akron may have called timeout.
Oh, it was an injury timeout, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they're just giving.
Yeah, they took him off the field. Again, Fredonia right now, 27-7, 5:13 left, 4th quarter. The Fredonia student body having a great night tonight. They're very pumped up tonight.
Yeah, they're still here cheering loud, doing a little I believe we'll win chant, having a good time. They ain't even started school yet, and they get to go to a school event.
Yes. It's kind of like the preseason of school.
Yeah. They still have a long weekend. They don't go back to teachers report, but the students, I think, restart on the 6th. With Labor Day on Monday, and I think there'll be a couple in-service days after that, or at least one.
No sympathy. I've been working all summer myself.
Yeah. Me too. It's weird. Officials are still trying to figure some things out.
5:03. They're changing the clock.
Is that at some point? Let it go, man. You're delaying the
run
game.
the ball.
Yeah.
Clock's now running.
Hand off to Davis. He tries to get to the outside, but he needed to cut that one off. That was a mistake on Davis. He went, and coach is letting him know, too.
Yep.
That was a mistake there. Tried to get a little too home run-ish there and is going to lose.
Got to run north and south, not east and west.
He tried to bounce outside of the guy that was getting kicked out, and that usually doesn't work. The initial bounce out might have been fine, but you got to cut it up there, and he'll hear about it in film and learn from it. But that was a bad read there.
And coach let him know.
Yes, he did. And he will again and again. And that's okay. He should. Back to the air now, and second down. Pass is high, but nice
spring down by the receiver there.
Yeah, he went way up to get that. Is that Hawk again, or who is that there?
Look like number
10, yeah, Jay Hawk, man, and he's continuing after a great job during this passing league, coming out of nowhere. He didn't play football at all last year. Played some limited JV time, never played midget football, making another big catch there.
Very good catch for his first time, right?
3rd and 1. He had a touchdown earlier. Fry keeps this one, and he's there's a flag. It might have been and Fry is going to make it to pay dirt, but let's see what the flag is. Face mask, on the Tigers. So that is going to stand.
Yes.
It is. It's going to make it to pay dirt, but let's see what the flag.
Personal foul against Akron, so the touchdown does stand. Ethan Fry from
33-7, 3 minutes 26 left in this game.
Ethan Fry with his 3rd touchdown of the evening.
Still some football left, but it's a very, very uphill battle for Akron.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to expect to see some subs in the game from both sides at this point, knowing how exhausted the starters are at this point. Calder Anier is on for the extra point this time. And Calder Anier right down the middle.
Bergman was close to getting in there to get his fingers on it.
Again, give that young man a lot of credit to keep playing that hard even on an extra point. 34-7, 3:26 remaining here in the 4th quarter. And give Coach Sherlock here a little prop. He's over talking to his sophomore receiver who is probably beating himself up. He probably had a really good chance to score his first varsity touchdown. Didn't execute on the catch. It was up in the air a long time. Nerves hit. We've all been there as an athlete, and you'll have plenty more opportunities before you're done. And now Fry gave him a little fist bump, too, probably thanking him to let him rush for another touchdown.
It's great to see Fry at quarterback tonight. Very, very good. Obviously a lot of work to be done during practice this week, but, he went out there pretty confident today.
All right, that's one thing Ethan Fry does not lack is confidence. That's one of the things that
you said he went from being a running back to QB.
No, he really has played QB his whole life. Mm-hmm. But when you have Nick Whitfield ahead of you, as a junior, he moved out and played wide receiver and made first team All-League and Post Journal All-Star as well. And the leading receiver for the team last year. I think he had about 8 receiving touchdowns, over 500 yards. And then he moved back to quarterback this year. Sal Tabone is on to do the kickoff. And Tabone kicks it deep into the end zone for the touchback. Sal Tabone's going to like that one. And like we thought, maybe you're starting to see a lot of subs go in. Joey Brown's going in. Mikey Riddle, who's played some earlier, is back in the game as well. We'll try to announce some of the other guys. I think Colin Kroll came in the game at defensive line there.
First and 10 from their own 20.
Number 55, Bryce Bacher in there.
Not sure why, if you think about it. Okay, Ethan Fry is coming off. That's a good move. If I was, I'd want to get anyone and everyone off the game they could here. You don't want any silly injuries. Yeah, call a timeout. That's absolutely the right call.
Timeout. Fredonia.
And
Davis is still out there. I think they're going to try to pull him off.
I mean, why not? They've been on the field the whole game. They're tired. It's a good time to get hurt. So let's see some numbers. I see a 13. That is Mike Ball. We talked about Riddle. Talked about Joey Brown. Yeah, I think Brady Helmer ran out there. Yup, at number 14, getting into the game. Let's see. Who else?
Ryan Prophet, number 56.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Bryce Bacher, number 55.
There's 24, Lancaster. That's
Lancaster's
Nathan
winning.
Lancaster coming in. 56, did we mention that?
Ryan Prophet.
Okay, you got that one.
42, Ben LeGros.
Ben's been playing a decent amount in and out at linebacker throughout the game. But, yeah, he's still in there. Ball.
Riddle, Ball,
Kroll, yeah.
Field.
Yeah, Tim Field, who had a catch earlier.
10 from their own 20. 3.5 minutes left in play.
Bergman is still in at quarterback. Dropping back to pass. There's Kerr wide open, going to make the catch. He's got one guy to beat. That's going to pad those stats. Oh, nice tackle there
nice
downfield. I think it might have been Tim Field that ran him down. But
again, the Fredonia's sounds like they're signaling they only had 10 players out there.
Jacob Lemke is rushing out there, and Mendez
is on his way back
out.
out.
Clawing their way into Hillbilly territory.
Another timeout for Fredonia. It's really tough on these sidelines when you're trying to get all these kids in and get them lined up in spots in different areas. It gets really it can be difficult, and you're already emotional at this point, and you're exhausted, and it's first game too, so you get some confusion with all these new jerseys out there. But you got to be prepared for it as well. They need to clean that up themselves.
So again, Akron or Fredonia's next game's coming up. Allegheny Limestone will be Friday, September 9th at 7 p.m. in Allegheny. Friday, September 16th, 7 p.m. at Tonawanda. Friday, September 23rd, 7 p.m. at Salamanca. And September 30th at 7 p.m. Here against Silver Creek and Forestville. And then they'll be at Southwestern October 7th. October 14th at Chautauqua Lake, Westfield, Brockton, and to finish off the regular season, October 21st, 7 p.m. against Dunkirk.
And that's Dunkirk's home, right? This year we were there last year, I believe.
It's like they're home here.
Yeah, home here, not home Dunkirk.
Not home Dunkirk.
You got some new numbers from the Akron Tigers out there. Starting running back Wick still in. Nice job by that defensive line there.
Yep.
Handoff made. Alex Wick
Let's see. Looks like Kroll might have been in on the tackle.
dives up the center. A 3-yard gain on that play.
Jake Willie's going in the game. You can tell the roster's bigger now this year. We're going 10, 11, 12, so it's that much harder to get all the players in. Bergman comes up with it. This guy's going to roll out left, and he's got all the room in the world. Watch out here.
Bergman flying down the field.
And he is going to be able to walk into the end zone with 2:21 left, making the score. All the players in. Bergman comes up with it. This guy's going to roll out left, and he's got all the room in the world. Watch out here.
Bergman flying down the field.
Yeah, and he is going to be able to walk into the end zone with 2.
You know, counting through the roster, looks like we got 11 seniors this year on the Fredonia football team.
Like you said, we've seen that all night with his legs. Another dual threat quarterback.
Yeah, they're gonna, between last year and this year, the group of seniors, the two, those two classes, class of, 21 and class of 22 and class of 23, you're gonna lose a lot of talent to the Hillbillies. So that makes this year that much more important. Extra point is no good. So let's see what they do here on kick return. Sometimes it's extra hard to line up a bunch of new kids on a kick return. On the other hand, the last thing you want to do is to get a starter hurt, even on a kick return that doesn't.
Now, count through the roster, though. You got 15 juniors, so you might have a good set of kids next year. And then 7 sophomores. Getting lots of great talent on this Fredonia team.
And we will take this time to give thanks to our major presenting sponsor of tonight's broadcast, Ad Lumber.
The Fredonia Hillbillies will be on the road next Friday, Allegheny Limestone with a 7 p.m. kickoff.
2:21 left to play in the fourth quarter. Fredonia 34, Akron Tigers 13.
And, we said there's a lot of different things that's happened in this game, but in the end, they won, and they're going to get better from this game, and they're going to have not the most fun film session, I'm guessing, in this game because, if you're a coach, you're striving, your goal is, first goal of the year is to win the division, second goal is to make it to the stadium, and then win the stadium, so on. So to accomplish those goals, this isn't going to cut it. But it's first game, it's a win. Again, it was 14-13 the first game last year, win by a missed extra point. So it's not uncommon to be sloppy in your first game either. There were some good plays too. But there's some things to clean up. But that's why you play this first non-league game.
Again, Fredonia going to Allegheny Limestone next week. They're going to have a real tough contest against them. So making sure they get the personnel in the place they need to be, working on everything they need to work on during practice this week. It's going to be key to that game. The penalties alone need to be cleaned up as far as that goes and keeping the proper personnel out there, especially during special teams.
So far, so good. A small sample size, but I like what I saw tonight from Ethan Fry. He has the athleticism. He has a really big arm. I mean, he could have had.
Again, 2:21 left in the game, 34-13.
Look at they're playing looking for an onside kick here. You see,
playing up short.
Quinn is the only one back. The next layer, Whitfield and Davis, is at the 40, and they kick it deep. And Quinn goes back and gets it around his 15-yard line. Cut back here is going to be tackled from behind. And again, you're just hoping everyone gets up and gets off the field healthy here. Yeah. See if they bring in any other offensive linemen. You'd like to see maybe Colin Kroll get some snaps out there and get some experience as well, because you never know when you're going to need these guys.
It's always good to see the younger guys come out, though.
Yeah.
Get some
absolutely.
in
That's what I mean. You want to get those guys in, but.
So that about says it all, the mentality for Ethan Fry for this season. He's more than willing to step to the fore. Whitfield was the same quarterback for 3 seasons.
Jake Willie's in at the slot receiver. That's Keegan Whitfield in at quarterback with the run. Okay, I didn't. Jake Willie's in at the slot receiver. That's Keegan Whitfield in at court.
You want to stay consistent, I guess. First down and 10 from the 48-yard line of Akron, 47. So from there, Keegan
Whitfield's going to run again. He breaks it to the outside, tries to bubble around, gets around the corner, turns the corner, and is going to be pushed out of bounds right along the 25-yard line. Back-to-back first down. Whitfield's going to run again. He breaks it to the outside, tries to bubble around, gets around the corner, turns the corner, and is going to be pushed out of bounds right along. We do have an injury. It looks like an Akron player out of bounds there.
Minute 28 left in the game, 34-13. Fredonia marching the ball down the field right now.
No, and I mean they took Mike out at running back, which right, but then you put Sam Azar, your star defensive end, at running back. You know, you don't
It's
like
one of
to
those
see.
risks. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it.
You
with
don't
a
want to
minute
lose
20
either
left.
of those
Yeah.
two. You know,
With a minute 20 left.
maybe a quick pass to one of these subs here. No, they're giving it to Azra, and he got hurt in his last carry. I just don't understand sometimes. You know, put in.
You know, at this
Ben
point,
LeGros goes in and plays right and fumbles the ball. Who cares? Like, it's okay.
minute left in the game.
Yeah.
You know, just let them all play. Let the younger guys play. Jayhawk comes off the field.
50 seconds left, running clock. Carried to Azra once again. He
Breaks
rumbling,
through.
stumbling up the middle. There's no doubt he runs hard. He's going to have a first down. No, I wonder if that'll be the first. Well, the temporary, now they're running it.
That's run again with the carry up the middle.
And 25 seconds left on the running clock here. At this point, just going to let the clock run down.
First and goal for Fredonia at the 9-yard line. And as our clock ticks down.
5-4. And that brings us to the end of the season opener. Finally, one of the longest games we've been around. It's a 3.5-hour game today.
Very long game.
But Fredonia came up on top, 34-13. Some bumps, some bruises, some really tired players out there, but a lot of good things and a lot of things to work on and get better at, which they obviously will. So, again, I'd like to say thank you very much to Jackson Hickey and Andrew Hunt and Rob for joining us, and I'm glad you're all right. It was a little scary.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened,
Yeah.
but I'm vertical, so let's call it
But
that.
that's good. But, yeah, any other final thoughts before we
You know, it's great to see them come out like this on their first home opener like that and, you know, put everything together. Again, like you said, there's some things they got to work on, obviously. And for me, it was more or less on the special teams, some of those penalties, you know, getting some of those offensive plays and where they're at, and especially the reps where they need to go. Defensive line today looked really good. Defensive line, very
absolutely
something to be proud of as a defensive line.
Yeah, up the middle was real stout, no doubt about it. They could not get, and you know, and that's some of the linebackers too, with Matt Cash and Ben LeGros in there playing in the middle. Justin right here. But overall, that was definitely a positive.
So, but thank you for having me, Shannon. Sorry for the
the
I'm
goofiness
glad.
today.
Absolutely,
But, you know, it happens.
you can-
Thanks for sticking it out, man.
Yeah,
You
know.
he's a hockey player. He gets back in the game, right?
They never quit.
Absolutely. So with that, again, Andrew Hunt, Jackson Hickey, good job. Thanks for all our viewers tuning in, and that'll do it for us here. Final score: Fredonia 34, Akron 13. Next week at Allegheny. Hope to see everyone there. Thanks, everybody.